welcome everyone. This is Evie, your host for today, and joining me today will be Mr. Jeff, who casted yesterday's amazing stream. Hello, Jeff. How are you doing?
I am doing so great today. I'm so excited for this second tournament of the weekend. I know it's going to be a great one. Got some Platinum Emerald players here coming together, forming some teams. It's going to be a best of three again today, I do believe. Um,
Hello.
and it's also going to be for $5 RP or a free random skin shard. So a lot on the line here. Um,
Absolutely. Well, I'm super excited to see what's gonna go on. I know we have one of the players from the team, Bobbie Bones. We are welcoming Sam to the stage, who's gonna do a little pre-game interview, and before we head over to those games. Hi, Sam. Welcome. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, doing good. So, Sam, are you excited for the games? Nervous?
A little bit nervous, pretty excited. Feel like we've playing like I've been with this group of people for a good amount. Well, some more than others. A good amount of so know each other's.
Cool, cool. Is there during your scouting, has there been a person on the enemy team that you're sort of fearing the most, maybe in pick ban, maybe on the Rift in general?
I don't want to give too much away. I think that we're trying to play our own game and prep things that allow us to play the way we want to play as opposed to trying to cut off the way they want to play.
All right, yeah, I like that. You know, you got to stick to your own style, what you're comfortable on.
Absolutely, definitely agree. Sam, are you feeling any nervous that you and Mega Toaster, who is your fellow support, typically play the same enchanters? Are you nervous? Are you gonna try to aim to first pick your comfort, or are you gonna try to just ban each other out?
I think that since I play those champions a lot, I know what works to it and what works against it. So I feel like if they prioritize that, I can come up with a spicy counter. If I get it first, I feel like I can succeed on it. So I'm not too incredibly nervous, but there are some that we don't want to be playing against. So maybe some bans will.
Gotcha,
Excellent,
gotcha.
excellent. And lastly, last question before you go here, is there anything you want to say to your screaming fans that are watching on the Twitch stream right now before we enter into game one here?
Thanks for supporting, and we're gonna do our best.
Well, thank you so much, Sam. I hope you break a leg out there on the riff, and best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, what an exciting interview. Let's get this party on the road. Let's get everybody in a lobby and get this started.
Yeah, just as we're getting into game one here, I mean, it seems to be a trend in all these matchups, both yesterday and today, that there's a ton of champion overlap. I mean, you already mentioned one of them there with the Soraka pick. Curious if that's going to be given up, if it's going to be first picked, something like that. Sam mentioned, and also in general, Raka is very counterable, so that might be something that one of the teams lays as a trap for the other team. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's all right. Let me go ahead and invite our gamer today. Spectate one.
You can see we got some previous players from yesterday in the chat. Ty Boy, welcome, welcome.
Bye boy, a fan favorite, a caster favorite, I must say.
Caster favorite for sure. So yeah, I think it may have been mentioned already too, but on Team Bobbie Bones, today playing we have my co-caster from yesterday, Mr. Skeletal. So definitely keep an eye out for him. He's gonna be in the jungle. Really strong player. Has definitely he's not a one-trick type, but he has a champion pool that is quite narrow, and it is sort of, the one style of champion that he does excel at. So we'll have to see how that pans out for them.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I'm also I've played a lot with these people too, so I know a lot about how they work, and I think mid jungle is going to be incredibly important for both teams in this matchup. I know that Robbie Jones and Mr. Skeletal have played a lot together, and I expect that Queen Alice and Miss Viper have as well. I mean, there's some name synergy going on there too, it feels like.
Yeah, very excited. I know we have some returning members from last year's tournament. So I'm excited to see if we'll have the reigning champs, the Void team. They rolled our team
All right,
last year.
all right. We don't need to say rolled, okay? I was on that team for anyone who didn't know. I had one
I
great
was
game,
too.
but you were too. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
was.
we had one great game, and then the next game was not so great once I couldn't play Swain any longer.
Yeah, that that did it. Swain and Quinn were banned after game one, and then we just fortunately took a tumble.
Yeah, that game actually had Robbie Jones in the top lane, so
Yeah, so
switching it up
Robbie's.
with the roles here.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm really excited. I think our gamers are all ready. Let me ask. And charge. Me, Beams is in charge. So if everybody's ready, is good to get us in. I'm excited to see what we ban because I think one of the only roles that has similar champs is definitely support. I do know both of the mid laners play Lux, so I'm interested to see if we're prioritizing that or if we're just going to go ahead and ban it.
Yeah, there is some. Yeah, the support middle and top lane roles I think have the most overlap here as we're getting ready to champ select. We got first ban Lilia from team Bobbie Bones. Voidborn Vindicators banning out Ari first. That's a Robbie Jones ban. That's a special. He plays so well with that, pairing up with Mr. Skeletal too.
Absolutely.
Having that mobility, having that charm to just lock down somebody, and get a Viego reset or any one of those junglers that he loves to play. And there's the Soraka too.
Oh. We're stalling a little bit. I wonder if we're unsure what to ban because our bans got taken.
Yeah, I think they may have predicted that. They were going to leave it up and, maybe let them first pick it, like I was saying earlier, bait that pick and then counter pick it with some engage or something of that nature, some poke too. We do see a Jax ban come through, which is surprising. I didn't see any of that on anybody's OPGGs, but just a generally strong pick right now.
Yes, agreed. And then the Hecarim ban, which is directed toward Mr. Skeletal, which he's going to first pick Velveth, which is also one of his strong champs, so hoping to see the Squid do well on this Rift.
Yeah, and I don't really like the ban style from Voidborn Vindicators right here because, like I said about Mr. Skeletal's champ pool, he's got pretty much 3 champions that he plays, and if you're gonna ban one of them, he's so reliable on the other 2 anyway. So it seems like you should really ban him out, or you should kind of not touch it because you might be, wasting a ban slot there.
First pick Ezreal, I know that's for Mr. Fizz. Definitely smart.
Nice safe blind, 80 carry pick. We really like to see that. Gonna be fine into most matchups, able to farm it out.
Well, Sejuani's always nice, strong champ. Love that. Great
yeah, I want to see some melee picks for Voidborn Vindicators after this then. Pair well with that Sejuani melee passive. I'm expecting... I'm not sure if they're going to pick mid lane on this rotation, but I think that they might because if I were Voidborn Vindicators, I'd be banning out Robbie Jones on the second round since we already took away that Ari.
Yes.
We could really narrow it down. So there's the Caitlyn pick, which, getting that 80 carry roll in there early, that definitely is one of 6-inch Diglett's main ones.
Hulu
And we'll
Renata
see support
Glass?
here.
Oh. Miss
Okay.
Glass is coming to the Rift. Gonna charm
Ms.
everybody
Glass.
with her delicious poison. Well, since you said you
Favorite-
wanted to see some melees, maybe we'll have Nefiri coming from Queen Alice, 'cause that would synergize pretty alright with money.
It would. I do think that there's a lot of potential to pick that in the second round if they don't ban it, just because you're not even sure if, you are sure it's going to be mid lane, I suppose. I don't think they really play Neferi top, but I feel like that is kind of a wrench in the gears,
Yes, for sure. Akali, there we go. That's a Robert Jones ban.
Yep. And I'm expecting to, Lux did get through the first round, which is very surprising. Is kind of counterable, I guess, so they wanted to avoid picking it, but expecting to see that on the ban table here, probably against Robbie Jones. That'd be his top 3 picks there.
Sure.
We'll
Alawi, just another strong ban. I am not a fan of going up against Alawis. It's just a 1v9 machine.
Yep. And another thing on the table here for the top lane would be Malphite too. Both players really playing that one. Really strong and coordinated settings like we're in right now, where you just have that go button that you really need.
Yes,
It's actually going to be the Vex ban.
Vex
Wow.
ban. Okay, I was expecting mayhaps Mordekaiser, because I know both of these players do enjoy playing Mordekaiser. A little bit.
Yeah, I think the strategy for both of these teams is to kind of just leave the top lane tank matchup as it is. I think that's why we got the Nasus ban, we got the Alawi ban, we got the Jax ban. Just put them on Malphite, Ornn, Garen types,
Yes.
and probably a Mordekaiser too, as you mentioned, and just kind of leave them be.
I do know that Meme Games does love her Heimerdinger, so I wonder if maybe we'll go spicy with it?
And there's the Hwei locked in as well, so consistent magic damage coming out from that mid lane from Queen Alice, which she really did pop off in that last tournament, from what I remember.
Yes.
But they do give over the Lux by picking that one.
Okay, interesting. I know Hwei is brand new and kind of a complex champ with all those abilities. I think 10 total, so I wonder how much practice she's got into it, but I'm excited to see it.
If I know Queen Alice, she wouldn't pull out anything that she's not confident on.
Absolutely.
So I'm expecting a lot from this champ here, as the Mordekaiser does get locked in for Tube. That was pretty contested for them, so expecting
Actually,
to see
that's
a
going to be for
Malphite here.
Diglett. Tube is in the bot lane on Caitlyn.
Oh, he is. I guess their orientation is a little bit off.
Yeah. But yeah, Hwei, as we're casting, I do not know any of those abilities, so nobody asked me what that man is casting, because I do not know.
Alright, well now I gotta ask you, because I also don't know. Okay, Namundo locked in at the end, so we're gonna get quite a scrappy top lane, I feel like, actually in this one.
Okay.
As it does look like it is Tube.
Tube,
in the
okay.
top.
Okay, yes.
In the top lane.
Okay. Guess we had a very last minute switch, which I did not let Void know about, because originally Diglett was supposed to be the top lane, but that is alright. But 2 very strong casts. Very excited to see where this is going to go, and yes, this is going to be a good tournament.
Yeah, I mean, early on in this game, I'm expecting the mid lane to be a farm fest. Hui's probably going to push in Lux until she gets a couple levels in E. I think bot lane is really going to be a big point of contention early on. This Caitlyn Renata combo, especially against someone as squishy as Senna, with no mobility like that, the handshake and a trap combo can really lead to a kill out of nowhere.
Right, well, I think as we're waiting for that spectator delay, we might just take a 1 to 2 minute break, get some water in, so that we're ready to cast this, hopefully, 30-minute or longer game.
Hydrate or dihydrate, folks.
Well,
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute. Alrighty, alrighty. Well, we're heading into the game. Let's see what's cooking on the Rift. Alright, loading in. Oh, we do have some skin synergy here for Hue and Sejuani, both wearing their winter skins. But yeah, looks like we didn't get Queen Alice and Miss Viper having um, melee synergy, but Hue is quite strong. Once you get that passive going, it's really hard to get through. It will just kill you in an instant.
Yeah, only gonna be Mundo helping out with that Sedge passive, but you know there is a lot of lockdown and CC coming out of Sejuani to line up for Hue anyway. So I think that is gonna be a good combo.
30 seconds.
Trying to see if we're gonna have any level 1 shenanigans here. Looks like we're kind of 5-pointed as looks like Team Bobbie Bones is actually grouping
Ooh.
up, forcing the flash right away there.
Early flash. I was also gonna say we have a lot of purple on the Bobbie Bones team. So good synergy there as well. Oh, we have some dancing.
A little bit of banter, nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
Hey, can you pull up the scoreboard up?
Absolutely. Nope. Production has informed me that there is difficulty with pulling up the scoreboard, but we will be pulling that up shortly, folks. Oh, there it goes.
Alright, no worries. Not seeing anything too out of the ordinary for Runes of Masteries out of the start here. You could tell I've been playing this game for like 10 years because I called them Runes of Masteries. I am seeing PTA on Ezreal, which is really, and Ghost as well, which seems to be more lane focused. You know, getting that single target kill, him and Senna together can really hit somebody at range and poke them down. But it's gonna be tough into that bot lane matchup. As quick trade for the mid lane there as Robbie Jones hits his first skill shot of the game.
A little bit of poke, a little bit of friendly poke. Lots of money coming through for the Miss Renata Glass. Alright, Jeff, I do have to ask you, which weapon do you think is going to win? Windows Cleaver or Mordekaiser's... what would you even call that?
A mace, I think.
Mace? Mace or Cleaver?
Spike ball. I'm gonna go with mace here. I think that if they ended up clashing, the mace would just have too much weight and just go right through it. So, and all jokes aside too, I do think in this matchup that Mordekaiser just absolutely slams Dr. Mundo. I mean, you do have the CC immunity from Dr. Mundo, but it's so predictable and telegraphed that, you know, you're not really gonna get the Mordekaiser R if he has any wherewithal. And just the passive from Mordekaiser with probably what's going to be Rylai's into the Riftmaker is just not going to make him killable, as Sejuani coming up for an early level 3 gank up top.
Okay.
Let's see how this plays out. Sejstun does come through, W shield coming out, flash still available for Tube. He's kind of fighting it here. So close there.
First
blood
to the
going
Mundo.
over to Mundo. Wow, very well played by Tube there, as Mr. Skelta was approaching through the river as well. Might have been able to use that flash to save some damage, as another kill coming through bot lane here. There's that combo, trap and handshake, and no heal in that bot lane makes it so Ezreal does get taken down under his tower with that pushing wave.
That kill went to Renata Glass, which, you know, early support item never hurts. Always welcome. We did have a little bit of trading here in the mid lane. I thought we were potentially going to see a kill from Miss Alice, but looks like Robbie was able to get away.
Yep, and he has taken that teleport on Lux, so I think that even reinforces what I said earlier about the handshake. Not Renata handshake. Okay, as we do have some engage coming down here. Exhaust dropped onto 6-inch Diglett. Good flash there, evading the Sejuani Arctic Assault. Yeah, the bailout and the heal going to deter them there. So a little bit of a pressure application on that gank there. Did get both of Caitlyn's summoners, but not really what they wanted to get out of that. They're going to need more to bring it back after that solo, or I guess duo kill onto the Ezreal earlier on.
Keep just pushing in. I think that's the strategy, is just keep pushing, keep just being a menace to society and get those towers as quickly as you can. That's the strategy top lane here.
Yeah, I think so. And although you know the kill did go over to Mundo, in this matchup, I think, and Tube as a player too is very experienced on the Mordekaiser. Oh, as Queen
Ooh,
Alice gets him with the QQ combo. Robbie Jones not expecting that one. I didn't expect that to kill there, Ev.
you know what? I've seen a few pro players play Hue, and like I said, once that passive starts stacking, it's deadly. It'll get you from 5 screens away. So I'm expecting a few unexpected kills like that as well coming up in the future. We'll just have to keep our eye out, see if Alice is able to hit a couple of QQs.
Yeah, I'm sensing Robbie Jones heating up now. He's not going to take that one lightly. Does save his flash too. I think he thought he was going to live with his W shield, but just too much damage coming out from the QQ there at level 5 or 6, I think it was. So really nice from Queen Alice getting that advantage. The gank top lane seems like the solo lanes are going to be what they're playing through, which we did predict because
Yes.
you know the bot lane matchup is just so tough for Ezreal Senna here.
Alright, the game seems pretty... Oh! Senna's in a bit of a pickle. We have a
Oh,
flash.
man. Does burn the flash there. Takes that last auto as well. Drops him down to one auto's worth of life there. Good Q through the minions by Robbie Jones. As here comes Mr. Skeletal into the mid lane. Queen Alice does have flashback up from level 1 though. Gonna burn that one and get out with no health bar
Right.
taken. Curious what where Sejuani's gonna head here. Did burn the flash on to Caitlyn earlier, and with this constantly pushing lane,
Woo!
we might see that come through as it's almost a kill.
Nice.
And Mr. Skeletal slides in there for the execute. Very, very well done.
Secures.
There's that mid jungle synergy we thought was gonna happen there.
Absolutely. It looks like...
Skeletal not able.
Yeah, it looks like Skeletal's going for that Sejuani. Bit of a contest on blue here. Let's see if the Hog Rider wins or if the funny-looking Void Champion does.
And we have an all-in up top too. Looks like Mundo's gonna walk out of that one with the R. Mordekaiser R was used. Just for a health trade. That is pretty positive for Tube. I don't know if it's gonna be diveable, but
Ooh, lots of damage from the
blue
Lux.
contest here. Smite does go over to Mr. Skeletal there. Excellently done. Sejuani Flash was burned in the exchange as well. So a lot of scrappy engages here on all sides of the map. The team's not taking it slow at all.
They're going fast and hard. Lux pretty low in mana, so I'm not sure if she'll be able to exchange much. We'll have to see.
Even with that Tear of the Goddess purchase, which is iconic for this player, but not for this champion. So, okay, here we go. And there it is, the headshot for the kill. Kind of walked onto the trap that time, Mega Toaster. You're looking to get that poke onto Samhan Dynasty, but just wasn't to be. And no defensive summoner like Heal to really help out there. So, gonna be another kill going over to Caitlyn. I do think that went to 6-inch Diglett there. With the
Yeah,
headshot.
this kill went over, the first kill went over to Renata, so Caitlyn only has 1 kill at this time.
Gotcha.
Oh, we're going for Ezreal? Oh, nice escape.
Does Arcane shift after that handshake there. Well done. And Mr. Skeletal does pick up that first Mountain Dragon uncontested there. After their scrap in enemy blue, you know, forcing the issue. They got the zone priority they needed. And Belveth is quite good at doing that early on with the attack speed. So I want to see Mr. Skeletal head towards this Rift Herald now, being Belveth. Want to see some priority on that. And I think it's going to be possible for him.
I think so too. Looks like we're clearing our jungle and then heading straight towards there so we can get our passive going, get our specialty.
Yeah, gonna be looking to get that form for sure as soon as possible. Dashing over walls is just ridiculous with that many dashes.
Robbie's coming in, a little safe forward to see where Sejuani is. I think Robbie's coming in, we'll see. Well,
Hey,
Alice...
can we pan over to the Rift Herald here? Maybe just on Mr. Skeletal. So, getting pretty low here. Looks like they're not going to contest this one. I don't mind this too much. I think that they're just stronger on the enemy team right now. Belveth up 1 level, 24 CS. nearing that first item completion, which is gonna be big, and she's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. So where do you think that Rift Herald's gonna be put down by Mr. Skeletal here, Ev?
Great question. I'm not sure if they're gonna send it bot to just finish up that tower, but it seems like bot's doing fine on their own, so probably save it. You know, I think Reed really likes the synergy with Robbie, or Mr. Skeletal really likes the synergy with Robbie Jones, so might send it mid, though we're heading top. Looks like we're helping Tube, who is in his old form right now. We can tell because Mordekaiser gets specialty wings with this skin. An ult.
And there it is, the ghost used by Mean Beans, but the kill goes through to Mr. Skeletal, and I think it's all but too obvious here that the Rift Herald is going to follow shortly after. So I'm expecting to see some plate money going over to Tube, and that's just going to swing this matchup.
Oops, Sesh just
almost
jumped over the wall.
unrecoverably.
We know that Skeletal is up top, so ooh, nice handshake.
Great handshake on the Arctic Assault there by Samhan Dynasty.
Wow, the
Also-
disengage, and they're just killing each other. Ooh.
Does
Senna ult
flash
did
out of that
not
one.
get the kill in the end.
Yep.
And we still have the
Samhan
Rift
Dynasty.
Herald.
Yeah, doesn't drop it actually. You know, doesn't think that it's necessary there. And the Q lands by Robbie Jones, despite the ult hitting from Queen Alice. Excellent solo kill there in the mid lane. That matchup is really going to be skewed now as well.
Very low in the bot lane. Granted, Samhan did back, so I wonder if Galen's gonna do. Oh, there it is. There's the mid. I told you the synergy. Skeletal is very predictable. He loves synergizing with Robbie.
Yeah, and I think Lux and Caitlyn with the money in this matchup is going to be the epitome of a win for them, really. And Caitlyn already having so much money from the plates and the kills, you know, spread the love a little bit, I think is what Belveth is thinking there.
Absolutely, I definitely agree. We have 2 towers with 1, and then top tower is 4-3. Blue side definitely just pushing those towers, trying to get that first tower gold.
Yeah, looks like this one might just be going down. Getting really close there. As the Eve forward from Elofizz there. Really close here. No heal to save. Oh, and the Piltover Peacemaker gets him with the first hit there. Dealing full damage. Flash still up for Elofizz. Gonna be sad to lose another wave down there, but 30 CS lead growing for this Caitlyn, as we do see a semi all-in coming up top here, but with how beefy they are, I'm not sure that it's really going to go one way or the other.
Not sure, but we're
There's a
in the
Mordekaiser
Mordekaiser ult. Mean Beams has her passive again. Okay. I think we're just walking away.
Yep, so Johnny not quite able to make it there in time for the end of the Death Realm. So can't really lend a hand there to her only melee friend on this team. And I think we really got to see more out of Miss Viper, more activity coming through. Belveth exerting pressure mid here as Sam Holland's actually flanking as well. And this is just way too much for a way to deal with this early into the game. Senna a little bit slow on the follow there, but this is going to be a mid-tier 1 tower for sure.
Mr. Skeletal going in. Dashing in, dashing out.
Yep, and logical move right over to the Hextech Drake here, I think, for the team. Probably don't even need to bring Caitlyn into this one, but I do want to see the Caitlyn Renata possibly go to top lane here. You know, knock down those extra plates, keep feeding them nice and good. Lux is going to be able to wave clear mid perfectly fine, and just, you know, keep that gold advantage just growing and growing.
Absolutely. Let's see. Back in the top lane. Tube is full health. Me means not so much. Are we engaging? Okay.
We do have Mundo R coming back up in a few seconds, it looks like. So I think that Mean Beans is just kind of waiting on that one. And with the Heart Steel, you know, the regen on that is going to be pretty good.
Got a
Getting
rally
pretty low, though.
from Mordekaiser, so ready to just take everybody low and slow.
Yep, and we do already have Kraken Slayer, plus an Iron Spike Whip on Belveth here, which, if you look at the other jungler right now, the items are not close there. Any even man fight with this Belveth involved or this Caitlyn involved is going to be looking rough for the Voidborn Vindicators here. But I think their plan from now on needs to be poke and use your front line as a front line. You know, don't try and step past them. No picks or anything. Just use the Ezreal, use the Senna, and use the Hui to stay at super far range when the enemy tries to do an objective, and get them as low as you can. They do have plenty of squishies that they can do that too.
Absolutely. Hui has quite the range as well. It's
Okay.
okay.
Mr. Skeletal going a little bit deep there. Goes for the
Shutdown
double
over to
knockup,
Hui.
which does land, but yeah, big shutdown over to Queen Alice there. Flash burn by Queen Alice as well, not by Belveth. So a little bit of a misstep there.
Oh, Tube flash. Tube just had a flash up there.
Yeah, the HP going definitely in favor of Mean Beans now once that R came up. As here we go, Binding lands. Mega Toaster getting so low and does burn or get hit by a minion perhaps. And that's going to be a kill over to Robbie Jones, who is really becoming a threat after that initial solo kill by Queen Alice. Really turned it around.
Oh.
Oh, man. And Samhound Dynasty also kills the Ezreal there, so 3 dead now. Looking pretty rough. That range, it seems to be a game of range here in this matchup. We've got Lux Bindings landing from super far. We've got Caitlyn on the team. Enough said about her, right?
Yeah.
They're just not able to interact.
I wonder if we're going to try to prioritize the Lux pick next game, or if we're just going to go ahead and ban it.
Yeah, I know that Hui is not a contested pick. Samhound getting very low here, running top lane. TP
Mordekaiser
comes through
ult.
too.
You're stuck in the ultimate at this time. Okay, Hui coming in. Hui definitely has the range to get to Tube from a couple screens away. Hopping out
It
the
does Tube
Mundo.
care. Doesn't look like it. Has the bailout, has the Renata at 1 HP, backing him up a little bit there. Is Mr. Skeletal taking on a 1v3 here. Does get stunned during the damage reduction too, looking scary. Has the
Alice
flash
QQ
though and a million
came through.
dashes.
Ooh, oh. Oh, dashes out at the last second.
Oh. And barely gonna survive there. Did already get the shutdown taken before, but look at Robbie Jones in that bottom lane getting a tier 2 for himself. That's almost certainly gonna be
So close.
There. Man, great try though. But yeah, Robbie Jones gonna be coming back with 2 full items now. And we already saw him one-shotting enemy bot lane. I fear for them truly now.
I sure do. Mean Bean's just menacing Tube out of lane. She is here, she is strong, and she is here to stay.
Really good juke on the Sejar there by Robbie Jones. Saw that one coming. And is gonna get taken pretty low here. Still saves the flash though. I love to see that. Laser hits 2, handshake also. Oh, very well done. There's Samhound Dynasty with that top lane roam. Just absolutely turning that one in their favor.
If Samhound didn't show up, I think both of these Bobbie Bones players would have been seeing gray screens. I'm not sure they would have been able to make it.
Yeah, Robbie Jones on Team Bobbie Bones would have definitely had to flash. I think he would have made it out okay, but they wouldn't have, you know, the advantage they have right now, certainly.
Oh,
Ezreal, I don't think it's too
flash,
safe here.
Q.
Who needs to land the light binding when you've got the handshake going, am I right?
Absolutely.
Great combo.
That is Robbie's specialty, is a little flash Q coming in unexpected. I feel like these players know that this is coming. They know to expect the unexpected.
They do, yeah. Didn't get hit by that flash binding. Did save the flash. Didn't even have to arcane shift it, but I think the gold advantage has just really shown itself here. We're up to about 10,000 now, and only 1 tier 2 tower remaining for the Voidborn Vindicators. How do you think they can turn this one around, Ev?
I'm not sure. Dragon just spawned. Looks like they're staying in the mid lane. I'm not sure if they're waiting for Baron to spawn so they can call priority over it. Ezreal ult lands, but does not. A little bit too early.
Yeah, just helping with the leash there a little bit. I like that they're not contesting that dragon. I think they got to get as much time, get as many items completed as they can before they're gonna actually take a fight like that. And checking in blind against this. Wow, look at that laser damage.
Wow.
Checking in blind against this Lux, as we're talking about it, is just going to be really difficult for them. Early bailout onto Mr. Skeletal here is getting kind of low, but might be able to live it out and take down a kill.
This
Let's
Viper's
see,
definitely in
chasing.
trouble. Ooh.
Belveth does pick up the the soul there. Going on to Mean Beans, getting quite low. No bailout available.
Oh, Tube just takes that Ezreal in the ult form. Again, you know that Mordekaiser's at ult, although we can't see it on the stream. If those wings come out, you know that it's a 1v1 in there.
Yep, second Rift Herald coming down in the top lane. Rest of the squad going mid. Got the split push Velveth with all the little friends, I'm sure, coming up top. And it's looking like the base is wide open at this point.
Red team going in, getting that Rift Herald, making sure it doesn't get any more than just that inhibitor.
Yeah, and very calculated stuff from Team Rob Bobbie Bones. I want to see them just purchase and come right out to Baron. I don't see any other option for them here. You know, just light up the red jungle for the enemy team. Anyone approaches, they're light bound. There's a trap line. There's just too much to check into for this team, and just not enough gold for them to be able to do it.
Ezreal ult went down towards the Baron just for some clarity, some vision, because red team was going over there, and they just were able to see that nothing was going on at this time. But looks like Mr. Skeletal is heading over. Will he try to solo it? Question mark?
It would take a while. I think he would lose that one, but he probably only needs like Lux or probably Caitlyn would be best. I mean, they don't have the best Baron with this squad, to be honest. You know, Mordekaiser not even on 2 items yet. He can be a pretty good DPSer of the Baron, but with him being in that bottom lane, he's not going to be the primary DPS on it. So they're taking it slow right now, clearing out that red vision, like we recommended earlier.
We do have shutdowns on the entire Bobbie Bones team, so I'm hoping that somebody gets some money. It'll be a nice payday for sure if they catch one of them out. And looks like we're sneaking a quick little early Baron. Red team unable to contest.
Yep, definitely looking tough here. That's going to be a Baron secured.
Oh,
And
Ezreal,
they're sending everybody
too late.
down bottom, looks like, but Mordekaiser doesn't mind this type of thing too much. He's just going to pull one of these squishies in. And there goes the Senna, flashes right on her. Her flashes up, gets over the wall. Doesn't get pulled in, and the Q barely misses. No
Woo.
kill for Tube there. And probably is going to get run down here. Let's see how much of a fight he can put up.
Oh, the laser coming
comes
through.
It might help out here enough, and Elo Fizz might go down.
Elo Fizz
barely
lives.
Yeah, that's that 1.5 items versus 2 there for the Mordekaiser, making a big difference. I think if we saw the what is that going to be, a Jock show? It is. And there we go, Hue going down under the Nexus towers. Rest of the team frantically trying to base here to come back, but I don't know if they're going to be able to hold it.
Oh.
Big hostile takeover on the 4 members there, I think it was. Double kill for the Velveth, flashed right in with the Stride Breaker. Love the decisiveness there. And it's looking like a foregone conclusion here, ladies and gentlemen.
Shutdown over going over to Sejuani, unfortunately dying to the laser. Looks like that's going to be GG from both teams. Great
Wow,
game.
that was really close until it wasn't. That game felt like you know, there was a lot of laning prowess coming out from the Vindicators. We saw some solo kills. We saw some good fights in the top lane. Bot lane kind of was Caitlyn Renata focused the whole time. Unkillable Demon Kings in the bot lane for Team Bobbie Bones as well. So congratulations to that.
Yeah, well, that was a fabulous game. Definitely really exciting stuff. That is game 1 of a best of 3. So we're excited to see where we go with this. When we come back, we'll take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. I'll have to ask the team if we need a little bit longer to just recuperate and talk about next strats for this next game. But we'll see you guys back in about 5 to 10 minutes, alright?
Bye bye.
Alrighty. Welcome back. I did a whole introduction. I was muted, so no wonder nothing worked. But yeah, I was just saying, we are doing a little quick post-game interview, before we start into game two. We have Queen Alice here, who is our mid laner for the Voidborn Vindicators. Alice, how is this game, and what are we looking forward to in game two?
Yeah, this game, I won't lie, it was a bit rough at the beginning. We definitely got off the wrong foot. I got that my flash blown early, and then Belveth had a pretty nasty invade, which set our jungler behind quite a bit. Uh, and we're kind of hoping to uh, prepare for that better, and uh, hopefully we'll get off on a better foot so it can be a even game from the start.
Yeah, definitely did seem like it started off a little bit rough for you guys, but we believe in you bringing it back. How did you feel about the Hui and Lux matchup? We know Hui is a new champion, and you seem pretty proficient at it, getting that solo kill early. We were very impressed by that. How do you feel about that matchup and into the player too, Robbie Jones?
Yeah, I think the matchup it's all right. I definitely could have some more proficiency on the champion. But uh, they're both artillery mages. It kind of just comes down to who can get the push first and uh, who who has more like jungle presence. Unfortunately, that game, uh, Belveth was just taking over from level one, but I I think it's a even matchup. I just need some more practice in it.
Yeah, definitely a wave clear battle for the early and mid game for you two, it seems. Uh, Ev, do you have any other questions?
Um, Well, I do know that both you and Robbie play Lux. Is that maybe going to be a priority pick since Robbie's Lux was quite strong and just hitting abilities from many screens away? But so does Wei. But since Wei is a little bit newer and has 10 different abilities, I know it's a little bit harder to navigate. So I'm wondering what what are we prioritizing?
Yeah, I think I'll definitely be taking a look at that Lux. I don't want to spoil anything for game two after we've been reviewing the game, but uh, definitely taking a look at that Lux and gonna try maybe try something a little different this upcoming game.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this quick interview. Jeff, did you have any other questions?
No, just best of luck in the upcoming game. Expecting to see some changes, and I hope it works out well for you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we're excited to get into this game too. We'll let you get back to your team, and yeah, we'll see what this band pick phase is going to look like.
All right, bye.
Bye. Righty, so we're getting the players loaded in to the game this time. Well, we're not loading into the game. We're creating this lobby. The Void team did decide to start blue side. So we should see some fun stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a snipe here. I'm gonna make a crystal ball prediction here, based on Queen Alice's comments during that interview. I did see that they do play Nefiri quite a bit, and I know that that can be deadly for an immobile mage like Lux, especially in those 2v2s. I really wanted to see it, to be honest with you, with that Sejuani pairing, being a melee champion and having great access, target access like that. So I want to see. I think that you know, whatever she said, keeping an eye on Lux or something like that. I think that might just be they're planning to counter pick it this time around. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do.
Yes, definitely agree. I'm just waiting for Team Bobby Bones here to join us for this Rift game. Sent the invite. I don't know what we're doing. I guess we're plotting right now, trying to figure out where we're going. Oh. I did.
It doesn't look like the invite went out to anybody else, Ev. There
Oh,
we go.
get in. All right, I'll switch us over to.
Looks like somebody
Perfect.
joined there that should not have.
Who is that? Okay, we have all our players looking good. Let me ask to see if everybody's ready. Okay, sounds good. Queen Alice, you are good to go to get us in. Perfect.
All right, let's see what they change up in this ban phase here. Expecting to see some of the similar bans from last time. We don't want to see Robbie on that Ari. You know, we talked about the mid-jungle synergy, and Belveth did take over, even just with the Lux in the mid lane, which is not as much of a pick champion, so I'd like that ban. Just keep that off the table, and try and weaken them as best you can. I don't want to see, like I mentioned last time, I don't want to see any jungle bans. If they're not going to ban all 3 of Mr. Skeletal's champion pool, I think they shouldn't ban any. But there is the Belveth coming through.
Velvet. I think we're gonna go maybe Velvet Hecarim. Viego is quite strong, but Viego does need resets, so he needs a team to play with. Can't really crazy all on his own.
Yep, as there's the Alawi ban too. Banning out that top lane a little bit. I think Alawi does play well into a lot of Tube's champion pool.
I agree.
Mordekaiser is his main one. And there's the Hecarim ban too, so I think you're right. They are going to try and force him onto that Viego, which is almost certainly going to come out in the first pick phase.
Viego is a strong ban. Is a strong pick. Sorry, not a ban. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the Bobbie Bones team is prioritizing. Ooh, denying the Soraka for both support players.
Yeah, I think that's a good move from Team Bobbie Bones. As the Nasus first pick, that is a Chad move right there. First pick that, and I don't care what you're going to play into this, but let's see what Tube has cooking. I wonder if he's going to pick his top lane in this first pick phase as
I'm
well.
not sure, but hats off to Meme Means. We're gonna be playing a little bit of Farming Simulator. I wonder if Tube is also going to join in the Farming Simulator, or... Oh! Oh, there it is.
The brand, okay.
Is it the brand jungle?
I'm not sure.
I mean...
I know that brand has been played in mid lane, support, and jungle lately, so...
Oh, we're hovering Viego. Okay, maybe not. I know that Mr. Skeletal's been playing some brand jungle. It's been 50-50, we'll say.
Yeah, I know that Samhan Dynasty does play. Okay, that Olaf I'm expecting, that is a Tube champion. I am expecting to see that in the top lane.
Right.
But maybe with that hover, they're trying to bait the jungle pick there, and maybe it is a brand jungle.
I don't know. Maybe we're pulling out all the stops. Or he could pull a little Morgana jungle. He's been known to play a little bit of Morgana. Ooh, taking the Caitlyn away from Diglett here. Gonna be Elo Fizz's ADC.
Yeah, I do like that. Caitlyn is 6-inch Diglett's main 80 carry champion, so does have a couple other ones in the back pocket, but probably not going to be as comfortable, and definitely not going to be as impressive as we saw that combo with the Renata was alongside Sam. So looks like Caitlyn Janna here for them. Going to be playing pretty safe there. Lots of disengage, but that Olaf's not going to care. I got to be honest with you. He's going to run right through.
That's fair. But those are two champions that Sam and Diglett both play. Ooh, Zerat. That has to be a Sam pick.
That is definitely a Sam pick, which means that this brand is either for Robbie Jones or for Mr. Skeletal. And
I'm telling you, this is a jungle brand. Mr. Skeletal is just here to have fun.
Yeah, I think he said you can ban all you want, and I still got a pick in the back pocket as the Poppy ban comes through there. Not really sure. I guess that's a jungle Poppy ban against Miss Viper there. So we might still potentially be seeing a Viego. It could just be a mid lane Robbie Jones brand.
It could be. I'm excited to see.
You're scared.
Akali, we're definitely banning Robbie Jones here. I'm not sure if they know where this brand's going. We're also wondering. I have my money that it's Mr. Skeletal's brand jungle, and you seem to be thinking it's Robert Jones.
Yeah, no, I am leaning towards it being jungle still, just with how prevalent it is lately. I haven't faced it yet myself, but I hear that the clear is pretty ridiculous. On par with Karthus, which is saying a lot. As there's the Misfortune ban, taking that one away from Diglett, which I think was his second in pocket there. So let's see what they pick
Jhin?
here. Jhin Zareth, so oppressive.
Lots of poke. Very far away, many screens away.
Lots
Oh.
of poking. If you're lining up, then they're gonna get you down. But no, that the Ezreal does come through. Similarly, lots of poke and range though for this team. So
A little bit of escape on Ezreal with his E. We can kind of flash away from everybody.
yeah, I think these bot lanes are gonna be a lot more passive. There's not a lot of all-in kill threat for either one of these combos here. It's more that maybe they're gonna knock them out of lane, knock them under turret, you know, make them miss a wave, maybe two.
Ooh, last
that's right,
second
and-
Malphite.
Wow.
Wait, is
Okay.
this Nasus jungle?
They're really throwing a wrench in every gear here. I have no idea. I feel like it's mean beans on the Nasus, just with the OPGG research that we did earlier, but it might just be a Malphite mid. I mean, there's nothing wrong with
Oh.
that, and there comes the jungle pick, the Wukong coming out
Okay.
for Miss Viper.
I like it. This is a lot of engage, lots of combos. We just need that Caitlyn to get fed and get some good items, and she'll just be shredding through anything that comes at her.
Yeah, lots of CC, lots of engage, but I really, really like this Olaf pick for, okay. All right.
Okay, that's
What's
a
going on?
Robbie. That's a Robbie.
What's going on? All right. So it's looking like it's going to be Quinn mid with the Olaf top and the Brand jungle, which I guess they enabled themselves by picking the AP jungler to let Robbie play his main. That got him his first win in this tournament last year. So let's see if he
That's
still has that skill on Quinn that he had at one time. But Malphite matchup mid, what do you think of that one into Quinn?
That is gonna be hard. I don't. Are we going AP Malphite? And we can just
I would expect it.
jump on Quinn, Brand, and just quickly take them out of the fight, and then fall back and let the Nasus and Wukong front line? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean Quinn. We basically have two top lane matchups here. One's just happening in the mid lane. I think Quinn's gonna definitely, with the range advantage, win that early, but pushing in the short lane of mid with so much jungle access and so many jungle paths to get there is much harder for Quinn. I guess you're trading that off for the ability to roam to both side lanes too with Valor on your back. So I want to see a lot of roaming from Quinn here. I don't want to see too much lane dominance, post level 6, because that Malphite setup's just too easy. There's no way Quinn can get out of that with a Wukong around.
Well, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a really fun tournament. This game 2. Got a lot of fun champs. I love seeing a Malphite mid. It's so unexpected. Just like how we get a good Garen mid. That is always a hit or miss, but when it hits, it hits.
It hits exactly right. All right, everybody. We're gonna be taking like a 2-minute break here. Wait for the spectator delay, but when we come back, it's gonna be game number 2 of the Voidborn Vindicators versus Team Bobbie Bones.
Alright, we'll see y'all in a few. are loading in.
Give us a
Happening
skin rundown.
I can't see it right now because we're still loading, but let's take a
Yeah,
quick peek. Oh, I will also production to help me with. Letting me know that are not letting us. Oh, there it goes. Comes. Righty. Perfect. Alright, apologies for the slight delay. These from Texas are absolutely. Yeah, I'm just. But it is causing some delays in terms of in. Many things are happening. Hey, looks like Queen Alice is pinging Grand Olaf Zerat. That might be champions that we're looking at, making sure to prioritize them. Oh,
30 seconds.
a little fiesta in the mid lane.
Axe does miss. Brand Q also misses. Is that what I saw, or was it a? It must have been a W. You got to start W on that champ, right?
I am in a.
Oh no, it is
there's a
Q.
Q.
It is Q. I guess single target buff first off. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be learning Brand Jungle with us here because I have never seen it. So I'm excited to see what kind of clear we have. I'd love to follow Mr. Skeletal at around the 3-minute mark and see how long it takes for a full clear. I am anticipating a full clear as well. Don't need to follow him the whole time, but just as he's finishing up.
I'll keep an eye out on the 3. Hold on, Mr. Where we are in that clear. Like red side, which is Bobbie Bones' team, was able to get a ward on those raptors. Back Kong Viper is gonna.
Yep, and we do have a couple interesting keystones here. We got Moneymaker Zareth versus Caitlyn in the bot lane. So gonna be seeing who can hit each other first. Gonna be a big ego battle there. Glacial Augment on the Janna is so oppressive. Just landing that long range NATO, they can't walk out of it after. As we see a really good early trade from Olaf there, and
Lot
Robbie
of
Jones
trading.
exerting himself as much as we thought in this ranged melee matchup.
Nice
There it
tornado,
is.
getting some health off Sam.
Is level 2 dig for both bot lanes. Net doesn't quite hit, stun does land, but no first strike money for Samhan Dynasty there. Feeling a little bit sour about that one, as Caitlyn does pick up first strike. So far it's 2 for 0 for Elo Fizz into Samhan Dynasty.
Like we're just trading. Wukong is still on the bot side, so I'm wondering if we're trying to go for a cheeky little.
Okay, there's the E forward. Yeah, Wukong coming in from bot side. Let's see if Robbie can flash out of this one. Ignite's there. Queen Alice not able to follow. And Robbie Jones gets down to single digits for sure HP there. And that's what we were scared of, as Wukong is pushing in towards the Raptor side, but sees that they're cleared. Let's check out Mr. Skeletal here, as we are at 305, and he's finishing up his Krug camp. Wukong did go for that mid lane gank, but got nothing for it. Burned their own flash. And now they're 3 camps behind, Ev.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna go on.
As looks like Mr. Skeletal's just going to prioritize Rift Scuttler there. Actually, he is walking in to enemy jungle, actually. Which, he does have the level advantage and sees that the blue is available. So, might just be a thorn in the side of Wukong here. Can we look at that that exchange in the jungle?
Yeah, let me take a quick peek, see what's going on. So we're going for Scuttle.
So, fighting over Scuttle, yep.
Okay.
Secured by Mr. Skeletal there with the smite. Is warded out, but look, just not going to let it happen here. Gonna spread the fire from... Okay.
Oh.
Stun lands, no passive.
Alice is coming in.
Yeah, just going for the red buff. No flash on Wukong. It's known. Can flash for the 2 autos possibly. And does trade kill there. Blue, I think, securing that kill onto Wukong. What a scuffle there, but I mean, Mr. Skeletal getting the kill, Wukong not getting the kill, and 12 CS 3 camp difference there. I think it's a great trade.
Yeah. No, I think they're getting it to Mr. Skeletal's head. They know where he's going. They know he's trying. Ooh, Elo Fizz.
Exhaust, Flash, and Heal Burn by Team Bobbie Bones, and Flash Ghost used by Elo Fizz there. So big summoner trade down here. Sam on Dynasty getting very low.
Mega Twister does not have much mana left, so I'm not sure what much more we can do down here until one of these players backs.
Yeah, we haven't looked too much at top lane right now, but look at that wave up top, Ev. Can you pan over to that?
Yes, I can. Nice.
That is gigantic, and it looks like Olaf's going to be able to get about half of it, but at the same time, Olaf into Nasus, you don't want to be going this poorly early.
And let's pan it over to Skeletal, who's stealing some Raptors. See where he's going.
Yeah, I really like this. You know, his Quinn is flashless right now, and Malphite's at level 5, so any second now, you know, probably in a minute or so actually, I think he just hit 5, but any second now, Malphite R is going to mean certain death for Robbie Jones that no vault is going to get him out of against an unstoppable rock like that, so. Samon playing with fire here, does proc the first strike, but a nice timed shield by Mega Toaster there.
Is Viper in the mid lane? Bullying Robbie off of his wave, letting Queen Alice get some minions, get some good money.
Didn't spend too much time there, but also didn't chunk him out that much. I don't hate it, but you know, wait till level 6 would be my advice. You know, wait for the Malphite to just have that press the R on Robbie's head, ignite him. He's nearly dead right now. Here it is.
It is.
And there is
it's
the
here.
kill.
Oh, that is my favorite thing about AP Malphite. I have to say, it is so much fun. Terrible to play against.
Is a Sapphire Crystal, and you can one-shot somebody from like 40-50%. But you know, did have that level advantage, and you know, did that really quickly too. Robbie Jones not expecting that one, because I know him as a player, he would respect it if he saw the level 6, but I think it was just too spontaneous.
Maybe they're getting a little cocky from winning game 1. They think they just got this game 2 in the bag, but the Void team, Void Vindicators, they're level-headed and they're just ready for anything.
As we did see the CS advantage narrowed a little bit up top here, and we can Tube is really winning out on these trades. I think he wants to use that Ragnarok. He wants to ignore that Wither and just make Nasus have a bad time, which I think can start very soon.
Both of these players are level 6, so...
Getting those quick trades here. More axes coming. Can he force the ulti? Does take a tower shot there. Makes it a little bit worse for him, but overall, feeling strong in that lane.
Mr. Skeletal, once again, going into this Wukong's jungle, does not respect, coming in behind this Nasus. Let's pan over.
Yeah, looks like this is going to be a dive here. Going to be tough for Nasus. Doesn't have flash to avoid an ability. Want to see Olaf tank here first. Okay, Brand does tank. Does try to throw down all the abilities, but here comes Olaf. Can he finish? Misses the axe. Mean Beans is going to trade a kill, though.
Is Viper coming in?
Not too bad. Mr. Skeletal, no flash, but does land the stun there. And Miss Viper turns around, only being level 5 there. We see the CS disadvantage come into play there. I think if Wukong had the Cyclone, it would have been enough to secure that kill.
I agree.
And it just doesn't come out for them.
Queen Alice, just, oh. Okay. We're now bullying this Quinn a bit in the mid lane. Robbie just has to respect the ult, because it can come at any moment. And you can't really predict it. He moves quite fast for a big mountain.
He does. We do have the flash up for Robbie Jones, and if there's anybody I know that can flash a Malphite ulti, it'd probably be him. So looking to see if he can react to that. I'd love to see if we could get that on camera if it ever happens, but I think Queen Alice is waiting for that ignite, waiting to land a Q or 2 more, and Robbie will be in kill threat range.
Jennifer went for a bit of a roam, trying to make sure Queen Alice is doing alright. There to offer an extra little knock-up if needed.
Oh, Tube really taking a good trade up there. Nasus ulti looks like it's still on about a 15-20 second cooldown, so I don't know if a dive's going to come through.
Nice tornado onto Samhan. Samhan able to just kind of get away.
Okay, there's the Nasus ulti dropped. It's looking pretty rough for Tube. Does get the shield there, but I don't know if he's got this. Both ghosts are down. Does have flash still? The Conqueror's
Oh!
does get stacked upon plus 12 for Mean Beans. Really close trade there.
That was that
Uh-oh,
bonked.
who's getting the smite battle?
Oh!
There's used. Wukong does get the smite. Robbie Jones getting super low. That Malphite ulti and the double kill comes through. Wukong gonna walk out of that one.
Elofish is
Very
going
injured.
for Samhan. Samhan does not have his ult yet, so he can't just get away and start ulting. Nice little tornado to fully disengage. What a great little fight we had there. Lots
Yeah,
of
that's
great
gonna be-
follow-up after Alice went in and got a lot of damage done on Mr. Skeletal and Robbie Jones.
Yeah, two-man ulti there. The go button is just invaluable in these games. I mean, in coordinated gameplay like that, you know your friends are going to be following you behind. They see that big rock go in. I mean, who could miss that? So, great team fight from them. And also secure the Drake in what was a contested smite.
Absolutely.
All right, no arm Malphite here. Looks like the Ignite's coming through. Does have flash. Robbie flashing after. Does get the last auto, too. Excellent solo kill by him. Dynasty getting super low down bottom. Heel's still up for a 6-inch Diglett, though.
Nice ultimate from Anna here, saving his Caitlyn. Elofiz could... Elofiz have ult? Does.
Does, but, you know, Ezreal is going to be able to block that. They probably know the heel's still up as well, so they could trade a summoner for it potentially, but there just wasn't the time for it. They were under too much threat, and, you know,
It's like-
couldn't sit an ace in the hole.
Fran's going for this Thrift right here.
Yeah, Tube getting that wave push in top is going to enable him to do so. Definitely knocked him down a peg. Knocked Mr. Skeletal down a peg in that last engage there. We see the downsides of having such a squishy comp, such a range-oriented comp. They really are going to have trouble being a poke comp into this Malphite Wukong.
Absolutely. Production also just pointed out to me, this Ezreal has such a minion lead that he does have a shutdown. Even though he is 0-0-0. Ooh,
Okay,
Mean
all in
Beans!
coming out.
One more.
It's reused.
Oh, flash
he gets
out!
a flash,
Oh,
but the Wither comes through right as the Ragnarok ends, and he's stacked once again. And we see why this Nasus was first picked now, as Elofiz is getting super low. No summoners down there. Robbie Jones comes in. Still a heal available. Does pick up the kill there, and Samhan misses that last Q, but it's going to be a lot of minions missed for this this Caitlyn.
Robbie Jones now has ult. He's just ready to roam, terrorizing the rivers here. Quinn can travel quite fast with that ult.
Yeah, I think Robbie learned his lesson. It took a solo kill to do it, but he knows that he's not going to be able to really kill this Malphite unless R is down. And we saw that happen before, but now he's saying, I'm just going to use Valor. I'm going to visit everywhere else. I know where the summoners are down because my teammates are telling me, so let's make him pay for that.
Agreed. But we do have this really strong Nasus in the top lane, so I'm either expecting a Hullbreaker Nasus and Mean Beans is just gonna keep going at it and be unstoppable, or she'll be an incredible tank in team fights where she'll have insane Qs, but
Okay.
she'll just be able to get through. Queen Alice took quite some help from Robbie Jones, but her
Yeah,
team is
holding on to
there.
that R. Really diligent there, holding on to the R, waiting for the rest of their team to show up, and seeing if they can capitalize. But yeah, what you're saying about Nasus I think is very true. I think what I'd prefer to see here is the Hullbreaker. I think the advantage that they have in the 1v1 right now is going to be tough to get out of, as we see an ult used by Olaf, but not by Nasus there, which is truly deadly.
Oh, I think she
as
saw...
Brand is visiting.
Okay, we have Queen Alice. Oh, Robbie Jones probably going down in the top in the mid lane.
Does go down.
Top
Mr.
lane.
Skeletal trying to get the losing lane here. Does land the
Oh.
abilities, and the shutdown goes over to Brand. That is going to feel great for Brand, and not so much for Olaf, but in general, lots of action happening here in favor of both teams.
Both supports trying to clear vision.
Yeah, Samhan Dynasty will not let you win a Vision War. He will,
No, he will not.
sacrifice himself to win the Vision War, and he will tell his team that he has better vision. And we love him for it.
As you should. Samhan reminded me a bit of Beryl. Beryl has mentioned before that his coach told him he needs to purchase 2 pink wards every single time he backs. So Beryl is always winning the Vision War.
As Robbie did look for a little bit of a roam there, but we have full HP and a pushing wave, you know, into their tower. I think it was not very lookable there, but we do have Dragon respawning here. Brand making his way down there. I'm expecting Quinn to get shoved in mid lane and have first roam as well. As there is a quick trade here, Ghost used by Elofist to really keep these autos up as Arcane Shift was used. Preemptive heal there.
Brand is coming in. Oh.
Here comes Brand, but he's got flash. It's not looking bad. If he can flash R here into a Q, possibly gonna stun. Really well done. Good flash by Elofizz out of that Arcane Barrage as well, as we pan to top lane where Tube is continually getting bullied here. Both R's are available, so he will be able to put up a fight under this tower, but I think he might just be getting stat checked on this next wave crash.
Ooh, lots of damage onto Sam Han. Ooh, Caitlyn. Oh.
It is. Wukong's there, and
Whoa.
Sam's gonna go down. And Mr. Skeletal flashless here, might lose this, might actually trade kill. Does he have the Leandry's burn? With the Brand passive, looks like it's gonna be enough. And it is.
Caitlyn, oh. Great fight, great fight.
Yeah, good trade kill back there. Love to see that. Caitlyn definitely needed some money there.
She did. Well, that was wonderful on the Wukong. 2 levels down on this Brand jungle, but his Viper's got it. She knows you see a knocked up Sam, which took him out of his ult, which saved the Caitlyn. That was
wonderfully timed there. And I think Sam Han might have just been looking down the lane. You know, he wasn't looking at his champion, which happens a lot during ults like that. As there's a full dive.
The disrespect!
Full disrespect. Stealing the +12 from the Nasus, which is obviously the wrong decision. Come on.
Sam Han trying to disrespect as well, trying to go for that red buff, but it will go over to Viper.
Yeah, and even though the kills are in favor and the dragons are in favor of the Voidborn Vindicators right now, on blue side, there is a slight gold advantage for red side. I think that's coming through in the farm and the jungle mainly. And also in the bot lane too. We got 40 CS lead in jungle, 35 CS lead in the bot lane. I think that's what's got them at a slight advantage as the smite does come through just before Wukong can get in there. No abilities land, so let's see if there's an engage coming through as Robbie goes in. And Wukong has no ulti yet, it looks like 10 seconds or so. Quinn does go down to Caitlyn though, and Mr. Skeletal also gonna die.
Money over to Alice, which, you know, that Malphite's just gonna keep getting stronger and stronger. If she gets, just even a 2-man ult on some of the squishies on the Bobbie Bone team, they're out of the game. It looks like our gold is actually pretty even. We do have a bit of a discrepancy on the kills, but blue side is keeping up in terms of the gold.
Yeah, I think that last fight really did bring him back in. The shutdown on a Brand that came through, and just the kills themselves. It was already pretty close as it is. As there's the Arcane Barrage, let's see what it does. Doesn't look like it hit Elofizz there. Oh no, it may
Viper.
It may have. Because a heal was used by Janna, so they're struggling to stay under this tower. The Xerath really is coming out and making a difference.
That Means is just taking this Herald, and Mr. Skeletal has no idea.
Yep, I think they're looking to give that one up. They don't have Brand R, they don't have Brand Flash. Top lane is weak compared to the Nasus. No tower up there, so it's going to be difficult to contest that one. But Reed is not happy about it, that's for sure. Does already have 2 items with that Rylai's vertical blast cone. Is this going to be enough? Bounces the R off of himself. Multiple channels here and just combos the Wukong through the Cyclone there. Very impressive.
Maybe it's coming in.
And here we see the group of minions flanking though. Wither used on a Brand, no flash here. It's going to be hard for him to walk out of this one. Malphite R to secure it. And Means is just a walking nightmare. Tube trying to do the same onto Caitlyn. Does flash for the kill there. Excellent shutdown. And might even be able to get the Janna, but I don't think he's going to be able to walk out of this one. And there's another kill for Queen Alice there. This AP Malphite absolutely making the difference.
It's coming in, trying to hold that tower. I'm not sure she'll be able to. This is a lot of damage. Oh, good shot on Robbie though. Those Qs are hitting.
Yeah, that was a really nice angle to that team fight by Mean Beans. I mean, Nasus has a lot of difficulty getting target access in multi-man fights. That's just the thing, that's just the disadvantage they built into the champion, but when you're coming from behind like that onto a flashless Brand and some other folks too who are just so mobile, really able to get target access and use those stacks effectively. We need to see more of that for them to continue winning this game.
We do still have the riff here on blue side. Where do you think we're going to be dropping that? Do you think we're dropping that top and just really getting meme beads ahead? Or are we going to be
don't think
helping
so.
out bot side? Bot side still has tier 1 towers, so does mid.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that in a situation like this, my vote would be to just drop it mid lane, because opening up the mid lane and opens up the map more than any other lane. They're not really going for a big split push game. It's going to be too hard for Quinn to split push against Malphite, with the amount of kill threat that, you know, the setup that the Malphite brings. As the flash burned early by Elofizz, as the stun almost hits from Brand, so much damage coming through. Flash ulti too. Is that going to be enough? Passive proccing, but here comes Wukong,
Oh, meme beads
exhausted
coming
during the
from
cycle.
behind!
Mean Beans does TP in, missed that one off screen, but getting kind of low here. I don't know if they're going to get kited. If they can make this, big heal from the Q, but it's not enough.
Queen Alice has ult. She's going in.
Oh my, big ulti. Flash used by Diglett, but not enough. Takes triple kill there.
Call Herald. Call Herald, everyone. Wow, quadra kill on the Malphite.
Quadra kill.
I love that. I love seeing Malphite get so many kills. What a funny champ.
Oh, Queen Alice is looking at that fight saying, yes, I'm sure you guys think you have this one. Comes in last second with the big two-man ulti onto two very important players and just absolutely cleans them up. A little bit sad, I think, that she did get every kill there. I think spreading the gold would be a little bit nicer, but must be nearing like almost a third item at this point. Looks like we're getting a large rod. That must be a Rabadon's third.
Are we getting a hat? Is this a hat game?
I think we're getting a mountain with a hat here.
Well, I like it. Looks like both teams are trying to set up for this dragon coming up. Looks like we're 1-1 on the dragons, so it really could go anyways. Malphite up ult is already back up, so that's available and ready as soon as that dragon comes up.
Yes, this is definitely going to be the next point of contention here. I'm trying to see, yeah, what tools we have. We have all ultis up pretty much for the Voidborn Vindicators. Most of them up for Team Bobbie Bones too, as they're slowly burning it down, pulling it out of the pit.
Mimi's taking
Wither
some
does come down.
damage.
Yeah, a little bit of scuffles on the side here, but Queen Alice holding, just waiting to pull that trigger on anybody.
Oh,
Okay, here
going on to Sam.
And there's a one shot right there as Mr. Skeleton's caught in the middle. Does get a lot of damage down, but can't walk out of that one. No flash available. Tube trying to do his best on the back line, but just not enough damage. The heal comes out from Janna as well as the ulti, and they're looking healthy enough to maybe just run over to this Baron.
Yeah, the Ezreal barrage does hit, but everybody seems alright. Elofizz a little bit low, but definitely could take some shots at this Baron and just damage it really quickly.
Yeah, and notably, the Cyclone is still available, so if Robbie tries to get really too involved here, I think it could go sour. But Queen Alice doesn't have ulti here. Let's see if Robbie can take her down. That Janna shield is just way too strong.
Diglett coming in as well. Unfortunately, Diglett is caught in a pickle. Double kill on this Malphite. I want a pentakill on this Malphite.
we might have it at this rate. We've got a quadra, we've got a double. They do stop the Baron by distracting them there, but a lot of money there going over to the side of the Voidborn Vindicators. 4,000 gold lead, 2 dragons to 1, and I think they're going to be looking around that Baron pit again, just posturing and waiting for any sucker to walk up and be unstoppably onslaughted.
I am loving this Malphite mid. I don't think the Bobbie Bones team saw it coming. They probably thought this was a meme bean pick. And then Queen Alice just said, tee-hee, haha, here I am.
Yeah, I think they said, oh, you think you can have 2 top laners? Oh, you think you have flex picks with your brand first pick? Well, let us show you what we have in store for you. Because this one is really making the difference.
Alright, what a fun game. Everybody's just kind of waiting around. There was a lot of red vision. I'm hoping that this Janna's able to catch some of it. Get her some money. And also just deny vision to see if they're going for this Baron or not.
Yeah, and lots of item completions coming through for the Voidborn Vindicators as well. We got Caitlyn on 2 lethality items, so really like that build path into the enemy team. They're just so squishy, and with that collector and ace in the hole, you're gonna be killing, you know, Ezreal, Xerath, Quinn, Brand from like 600 HP. So that's a really strong choice there. Wukong definitely pulled their way back into this game as well.
Oh, Queen
As it
Alice!
comes easy, and Samhan recalling in the wrong spot there.
That pink ward is
That ulti cooldown is not even too long. I mean, it's already a quarter up for Queen Alice. That's what you get from building some CDR in the build with Luton's Echo.
absolutely. Tube trying to come in. Mr. Skeletal's coming in, trying to see what's going on. Mean Beans is definitely just taking everybody away. Ooh, Miss Viper flashing in.
There it is. Mr. Skeletal getting flashed on. I did like how they were playing that up until this point. Queen Alice might go down. No shutdown over to Robbie. The Janus shield last second. Wow, that's got to feel bad. As Tube is going to get ace in the hold, and we see how much damage that can do with first strike as well.
Ooh,
I think he's the
had
other
a
here.
flash.
He does flash and Ragnarok, but it's going to expire because he's not in combat. I don't see this one becoming an execute at all. Looking pretty sad and desperate for Tube here.
I love that Olaf line. Dude, not cool. That was not a cool kill.
That is a very Broloff thing to say. Yeah, pretty messy there, Ev. Did kind of go both ways a little bit, but the decisiveness that the comp of Voidborn Vindicators brings is just too much for the enemy team. They don't have the peel, they don't have the ability to live. I want to see some Zanya's Hourglasses coming through. We do have that third on Brand, which I love. I wouldn't hate to see that on Xerath either. Just let them live the Malphite, live the full-on engage, and then maybe be able to work their way out of it. But not too many people can even build it here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Alice has to be super close to building that hat. If nobody hits their Zanya's pretty quickly, then she's just gonna be a menace coming in and just getting able to get out with that Janna.
Yeah, she did just walk out of base there, so she would have bought it if she had the money, which is a little bit sad, but we do have, looks like about a minute left on Dragons, so I want to see them donating a wave to this Malphite to get them to that break point. That's going to be a lot. That's going to be even bigger one-shots, believe it or not, than we saw before. As Tube is ghosting and R'ing here, Elo Fizz with no summoners up. Can they win the 1v2? As here's what Olaf does, and Janna does have flash, but the axe is going to miss. Getting kind of pincered here though by the Brand, and both abilities hit. Malphite one-shot Samhan once again off screen there. Mr. Skeletal drops every ability, pops his Zanyas, but not going to make it out of this one. Is not going to get stacked, but is going to go down.
Diglett gets the
there.
shutdown on Queen Alice.
That is very notable too. That's 1,000 gold over to this Ezreal. And it's just him and the Quinn available right now, but I think they're going to have to give this one up. Arcane Barrage is up. They can hope for a miracle, but Smite is available.
A little too early. Robbie Jones is coming in. Oh.
And it's almost stolen there. Good Smite. Can they cut this one out? Robbie Jones with no flash. And Memes is just too beefy with that Frozen Heart.
I'm loving this Mean Beans Queen Alice combination. They picked some fabulous champions.
They really did. I think we're going to be seeing a change in game number 3, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, we might have a little Malphite ban.
Yeah, I think the only way to really counteract that would be to play something scrappy in the mid lane and not ranged. And I mean, Akali maybe could come out for Robbie Jones in that category, but I think a ban is just good. Like it's just so inflated how important Malphite is in coordinated gameplay.
Absolutely.
That I think it's a great ban for them to use next game if it happens.
I know they've been banning Akali both games, so I'm not sure if Robbie Jones is gonna be able to get his hands on it unless they first pick it, which maybe the team will talk about.
Yep, I'm sure they're thinking about pick ban next game a little bit already right now. We got a ways to go on Infernal Soul for blue side here, but Baron is available. Both teams posturing around there. Mean Beans in the bot lane. Does have teleport available.
In my sight.
They're gonna push that one in. No hull breaker quite, but I like the team fight build. I'm gonna eat my words on this one. Nasus in these team fights has really made a huge difference. They can't kite the Nasus.
That Frozen Heart definitely helps because it just slows everybody down. Nobody's able to get away. And then you add Withers on top and you're probably walking at 2 movement speed per second. Oh, Sam Han
Yeah, exactly.
Using the ult a little early.
Just a scout there, too pretty deep here, getting run up on by 3 members. He does have friends in the mid lane though that he might be able to wrap around to.
Queen
There's the axe
Alice
to
looking to
disengage.
posture.
Yeah, Queen Alice is still hiding in the back here. Might just one-shot Samhan again. Let's see if that happens. As looks like she's not. She doesn't want to burn it, but look at the Q damage. As there's a double kill for Tube on the bot lane of the blue side.
Is Viper
And
flashed
Wukong
out?
flashing away. Really good job there, living under tower, but not able to take the trade kill. And Queen Alice does shut down Ezreal at the end there too. Really scrappy. 3 for 2 in the end there in favor of red team. And they're pushing in here. I don't know if they're going to stop them.
Ignite off on the Malphite, but Quinn just got taken down.
Yeah, that Q damage is so silly. That's a point-and-click ability, folks. And there's the trade kill. 1,000 gold over to Brand, though. I don't think Mr. Skeltel's feeling that bad about that one.
No. They went for a big push, but Meme Beans went down to the bot lane, and she also got an inhibitor.
Look at the chat right now. Look at that. Objective bounty, shutdown, double kill, shutdown, shutdown, shutdown. I want to see the gold graph at that point in the game afterward. And look at all those items coming through as well. Last Whisper coming through for Ezreal. Void Staff for Brand. That's going to be his 5th item of the game. And he is absolutely pumping. Lots of deaths, but I think if I had to guess right now, Brand might be top damage in this one.
Right, I know we're getting asked how many brand stacks we have. Not brand, Nasus stacks. So let's... If I click on Nasus here.
There you go, 660.
Right, let's go back to directed cam.
That is ridiculous. Not gonna lie.
You know what? Let's make it 800. We can do it.
Are we making a bet here? Is it
Yeah.
over under 800 on the Nasus? I mean, I'm picking over with the gameplay so far.
Me too, me too.
Thank you, Tube, for pinging the dragon. Looks like that one's up in just under a minute now, which is gonna mean a lot to one team and not a lot to another team. And what that can lead to is a Baron for just a good old Infernal Drag trade. I want to see blue side prioritizing the Baron and
Queen Alice
forcing that
posturing.
trade.
She's waiting for Diglett, maybe Sam. I'm not sure. We've been going for those people. I would love to see her jump on Brand if possible. Oh, going to Diglett. Diglett is gone.
And look at this damage from the Caitlyn, ace in the hole there. That's a lot, but they're coming in through the flank. Mr. Skeletal landing big abilities here. Lots of R damage. That's going to be a double kill for him. But is he able to make it out of here? No flash against this Malphite, who's so squishy, though. Good Zanyas, and here comes Wukong. And an excellent stopwatch from Mr. Skeletal as well, but can Miss Viper do this? Looks like
Nasus
she
is
can.
coming in. Could she posture?
No ghost on the Nasus. Going to be harder to chase this one down, but Tube's not going to win this. This is just a stat check. And, okay, flashing away. Does have the Ragnarok for the Wither, and is barely going to make it out of there. Oh, man. Look at the base, though. No TP on Mean Beans, so that's not going to happen, but...
Yeah, let's take a look
I
at
think-
this base. This base, ooh my.
Oh.
Do we have Winions? The Winions are coming in?
Yeah, and with all these bases coming through for red side, I think Mean Beans can just send that dragon and potentially get Infernal Soul for her team solo right now.
Yeah, let's pan over to
Arcane
that.
Barrage is up, but I mean, I feel like Nasus Q at this point is doing more than Arcane Barrage. And there's the ulti as well.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Ooh, tad early, but good try. Samhan!
Oh, Samhan!
With the steal! No! It was so close. It was so close. He was holding his breath during that
Oh,
one.
Sam Hodge is getting targeted by everyone. They know that Xerath does so much damage. It's either they let him live or they get him out, because he can just walk a couple steps and just start ulting and melt everyone.
Yeah, 6-inch Diglett, Robbie Jones, and Mr. Skeletal all breathing a sigh of relief every time they see an ace in the hole or a Malphite R. Onto Samhan Dynasty, though, because that is giving them the breathing room they're going to need to be able to poke and win out this next engage. We need to see Mr. Skeletal live a little bit longer in these fights. I mean, I think accurately they're prioritizing him because he is putting out the most DPS in these fights, but he's getting off a combo and then sitting in his Zanyas and usually dying at the end of it, so... Need to see a longer lifespan, potentially somebody else stiff arming the enemy team as they try to approach him. I think that's the key to victory for red side.
Queen Alice has been spotted by Robbie, but they don't do anything. Sam is walking in. I'm not sure if he knows what he's walking into. Oh, the flash stun!
Flash. That's my boy right there. What do we
He
say about
knew,
Robbie?
he
That's
knows.
Fool
Queen
me
Alice is
once,
gonna
fool
have
me
to
twice.
switch to a different target.
Well, not for 5 minutes. She's not gonna have to.
Look at that Malphite ult. It's already halfway back up. What is the cooldown of this ability? Is it like 10 seconds?
I mean, level 17 Malphite, rank 3 ulti, building. Samhan paying back the pain a little bit here. Mr. Skeletal does get off that R and it bounces between. Another bounce to Caitlyn, takes her down. Flashes for the kill on Janna, does pick it up, but also goes down. Olaf trying to fight his way out of this one. Mean Bean's barely living. This one's getting close. Robbie flashes to secure that one. And wow, it's looking like a red team victory on this fight, actually. Gold is even. I don't know if Mean Beans can hold this.
Not sure either. Robbie coming in top side, looking for where Mean Beans went in the jungle.
I didn't see how Queen Alice died in that fight. Zanya's not used, R not used. I don't know if it wasn't up quite yet, but let's see if Mean Beans can hold this one in the meantime. Hold on to the series for the Voidborn Vindicators. Got to get rid of that backdoor bonus on the minions. Big damage coming through. I don't know if they can burn. And Robbie just flashes here. Can the E kill? It can't kill. The heal comes through. But they just can't run away. The Wither comes on the Samon Dynasty who flashed the Malphite R earlier.
Triple kill, triple kill. Oh.
Not quite, but Robbie, what are you thinking
waiting,
here, man?
posturing, hoping it doesn't get seen.
From death, my dude. You're just
Oh, we got Winions coming in. They definitely have to clear those out real quick on the red side. This is a very close game.
We've got a real game on our hands. We've got Baron being postured for by blue team. Mr. Skeletal's just so ready to get in there and smite steal this and just drop so much flame damage on the enemy team. I don't know about this one. I'll be honest. If he can get access, it's going to be tough, but no Zanyas and Malphite R on the enemy team is available.
Mean Beans is going for the Nexus.
Going for the end, yeah. Let's pan over there. It looks like Baron secured for sure by blue team. Can they save the game though? Olaf says no please in the chat. I don't know if that's going to be enough to stop Mean Beans. Getting pretty low here. It definitely is enough. It definitely is enough.
That was a bold move. I love that move. That definitely got the entire Bobbie Bones team off the off the Baron. Because it was either Baron or Mean Beans just hits that Nexus a couple times and they're out.
And expletives coming out from Mean Beans there after that failed backdoor attempt. As Queen Alice doesn't have R here, has flash, but is she gonna be able to get out there?
Oh,
a
no.
death on Queen Alice could mean a lot here. Oh, the Janna R is gonna keep her alive, maybe!
Wow.
Through the ignite. Oh, so close.
Barrage.
The barrage here. As it is traded though, Mr. Skeletal does go down off screen. And it's a 3v3 on the map. Queen Alice no ulti for a few seconds. They're running it down. They've got so much range with this combo. But I don't know if... Let's see if Robbie Jones going so deep there. And not able to make it out.
They have to respect this Alice. They know her ult is back up. If they don't
and here
respect,
it is. It's right on the Samon. They just can't predict that. And, you know, the cooldown's just way too low. I mean, hopefully they're gathering data.
Mr. Skeletal says GG's. Oh, that's true. We got Winions. Can Ezreal clear them all?
No TP up for Nasus right now. No other TPs on the map, but I don't think the Winions are going to do it themselves.
No.
We got 10 seconds, 15, and 20, respectively, on top jungle mid for the defending team. There's still a lot of towers up in their base too. They really only cracked open the bot lane up.
This is great. I know Elder Dragon is coming up shortly. I don't know if any of our players have pinged it yet. I'm not 100% sure when it's coming up. Alice about half health, but she does have ult, so she could always be useful. Just ult in, do some damage, and then let Elo Fizz and Mean Beans just run down the rest of the team.
Yeah, a kamikaze ulti would win the game if it was well placed enough. I'd like to see Zanya's come back up before she does that, and it is coming up in about 10 seconds. So this next fight around Dragon looks like it's going to happen in a little under a minute too. Is going to be Elder, and with the amount of damage and just incredible burst that's coming out from both sides here, with how squishy these comps are, there's gonna be somebody dying in one ability combo.
Oh,
Oh my god, a
huge
triple
ult.
so big!
They did
Not
not
reactable
see
by
it
anyone.
coming. They're gonna end. Oh, but they don't know. Robbie Jones.
Oh, Robbie Jones is in the base. Can he backdoor this one? He's dealing little
They're
damage
backing.
to the
They're
tower.
backing. Oh,
He's trying
Queen
to get it,
Alice.
but there's
Oh my
Queen Alice
god.
and Robbie. Oh, Sam Han's trying to. Oh, he's trying to help. I can't watch. I can't watch.
What a
And that
game.
is gonna be it. What a game.
What a fun
went-
game.
We went to 5 dragons. We got Elder. No one's gonna take it though. And we got double open nexuses nearly. Okay. All right, we got some set flame by Mr. Skeletal on his team, but I mean, I think there's a clear MVP in this game, Ev, and that's gonna be Queen Alice in the mid lane with this Malphite. Not only getting that final team fight win with the triple hit on the R, but just overall doing really well in this game.
That was an incredible game. I loved every second of it. I think um this new draft, they definitely went in and they were like, okay, what do we need to get banned? Where do we go? What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, I expect to see definitely a change up. I'm foreseeing a Malphite ban. I mean, even the Nasus is on the table at this point. I know that Tube can also play that one, but can he play it to the same effect that Mean Beans can? That is to be seen.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was a fabulous pick. I think the Malphite mid definitely threw the whole team off. They probably thought that was going top for the Mean Beans, and Alice just hit them with the surprise. And Robbie does know how to play into it, but it's so surprising to see Malphite just comes in and can't really do much. Kind of stuck.
Yep, and Queen Alice just shy of Brand in top damage there, which really says a lot because Brand just has so much damage ambiently, and you know Malphite's really got a full engage there to get any damage off. But just a trump card used by the Voidborn Vindicators there, and I think it's gonna get banned out in this next game. We'll see how they adapt to that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll take a quick 5 to 10 minute again, and we come back in for game 3. This is the best of 3, so this is for all the radishes, whatever you want to call it.
Or marbles for
That all
anyone
the
who's not a
marbles.
farmer.
There you go.
If you're not from Texas, then you might say marbles if you're a city slicker.
There you go. But yeah, we'll see y'all in 5 to 10 minutes for this last game. But yeah, see y'all. We'll see y'all soon.
See ya.
Righty. Well, I think that's a perfect time for us to get back into those games. We do have one interview before we get into game 3, and we'll be interviewing Mr. Skeletal, who's playing Brand Jungle. Mr. Skeletal, how's it going?
Hey, trying to simmer down after that heater of a game. Haha, last one.
Definitely agree. We saw the brand. We thought it was either you or Robbie that was playing it. What made you pick it this time around?
Well, they banned out my Belveth Hecarim, and I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna have some fun this game and play Brand. And my whole team was like, you're trolling, man. I'm gonna troll too. And then I couldn't carry them. I trolled like one time, and then team too heavy.
Yeah, I like
Brand's a good
that.
pick. I wish I took Ghost instead of Flash. I mean, I killed their Wukong like at their blue,
Yeah,
punishing
I was
her on
gonna
that
say that
early
that
game.
early invade was really nice. You had the level advantage there. You were 3 camps up because she had gone for that mid lane gank and really exerting the pressure early. You did trade, but like we were saying, that's so positive for you because she doesn't have any of her camps still, and you're both
Right.
resetting, and you have way more money.
Yeah, and it's Wukong had way more money, so it was looking really good for me. Problem is my mid laner picked Quinn into Malphite. And then
Yeah, that
Malphite just
was
had red buff, and then it was kind of unplayable from then on. And then we also had no real front line, so it was impossible for me to walk up and do any damage because I just get Wukong Malphite ulted. And
y-
yeah, it's a pretty unplayable game past like 20 minutes.
yep, very decisive
Yeah.
engage from the enemies. I think it made it hard with how squishy your team was and how little like peel ability that you really had. Are you guys thinking of some banning some of the champions from last game or?
Yeah, I think the dog is scary. Kind of that side lane menace we need to get rid of. I don't think we're gonna ban Malphite. We got something ready for that in case they try and do that again.
Okay.
I don't expect them to do that, but maybe it did work out. It's kind of like the Bronze Destroyer. They just baited us and 3-man ultied at the end there and really gave us a good one.
Yeah, and I've been saying in these pick bans too about your champion pool that they really should ban out all 3 of your champions or not at all, because if they're going to be leaving up one of the 3, you feel very comfortable on anyone that they leave up, right? Of Viego, Belveth, and Hecarim.
Yeah, I could have picked the Viego last game. I wasn't really feeling it that much. Went with the Brand because they did first pick the Gnosis, so I'm like, okay, Brand is actually good in the Gnosis here because Wither doesn't do much. I do max HP damage.
Yep.
But yeah, it didn't quite work out. I don't think my Brand's that good. I feel like my clear was weird, and I don't know. I think we really lost the game on that dragon play though. At like I don't know when it was, like around 9 minutes or so. I hit 7. Wukong was like level 5, and then did her red, and then she hit 6. And then I was yelling at Robbie to like not hit dragon, and then we pulled out dragon, and then bot lane collapsed on us. And then the rest was history. A lot of collapsing by the enemy team there, not a lot of collapsing by our team. I think was the big difference maker.
Yeah, I think the Caitlyn really has made a difference in these bot lane scuffles early on. Having the push and getting first rotate seems to have worked out for both teams when they had it in each game.
Yeah, we might be prioritizing that next draft. Little first pick, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I think we have blue side, right? Is that correct?
You do have side selection
You do have side
losing.
selection.
Okay.
Would you like blue side?
I think we're gonna slam the blue side.
All right. Well, if everybody's ready, then let's get into this third game, and let's see who takes all the radishes or all the marbles. Where you come from?
All right. Thanks for having me, Cast. Good luck.
Thanks for
Hey,
joining us, Reed. Good
Good
luck.
luck to me.
you.
Thank you.
Right, let's set up this lobby. Let's get this going. I also did have word from production. Apparently, the Malphite was a panic pick. That was not planned.
Okay. Well, let's hope they're just as panicked as they were in game 2 because it seemed to have worked out for them there.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Production let them know that that was really good. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see where we're gonna go with this game.
Yeah, Reed giving away a little bit of the tricks there, maybe. With the Caitlyn priority, definitely expecting that. No Malphite ban is surprising to see, but I do agree that, just changing up the comp style will make that much better. Something like Renata, something like a champion that can build Locket in the support role for Sam Han is going to help mitigate that one-shot burst. So, want to see something like that come through if they do revisit that Malphite, but I don't know if they're going to go with that the Bronze Destroyer, as Mr. Skeltel called it there once again in this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're gonna see Alice back on one of her regular mages, or maybe we'll see that that Nefiri coming out, because that has not been banned yet. So it's available. It's here. We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, and last game Miss Viper really did show her prowess on these bruiser type champions, but is definitely proficient at Sejuani again too. So that combo is still in their back pocket. I think the Nefiri and Sejuani, that they could be a real tough 2v2 matchup for Robbie Jones and Mr. Skeltel.
Robbie out here in the chat putting a Malphite was scary, and please not do that again. So we'll see.
Who needs bans when you can just plead to your opponent?
For reals. All right, let's see if these players are ready, and we'll head into game 3.
It's going to be an exciting one. I hope it's as contested as last game as well. I think we're going to get a good idea from the draft here how it's going to go. It seems to have been telling us a lot early on.
For sure. That, and if anybody is wondering, we do have Elofiz as the first pick, because even though this is a style draft, it does not open up all the champions, and Elofiz does not own all the champions. So that he could pick something that he's comfortable with without it getting banned out. But he is still playing ADC, so although there's everybody shift down, and apart from Mega Toaster. Waiting on Alice, probably just finalizing their draft. We'll see. Will we play Viego?
What will they ban against him? I think we're gonna see another Belveth ban, because that was scary in game 1 for sure.
Agreed.
I think some Robbie Jones champions might be opening up here soon, and he might be able to have his way with the mid lane a little bit more.
Yeah, we've been first banning Ari, so I wonder if they'll let that slip through, or if they'll just keep it banned, because it is a pretty strong pick once you start charming the right target. And they've also been banning the Akali, but that was always in the second ban phase. So I wonder if they'll ban it first, or if Robbie's just gonna go ahead and lock it down without even seeing what Queen Alice is gonna.
Yep, and knowing about the Caitlyn priority this time too, I think Red side might have to throw a ban towards that. Just knowing that it's probably going to be first picked in that bot lane. It's won both games alongside different supports, so
Everybody ready to start too, but ready to hit that start button.
all right.
Right.
And we are into champ select here. Let's see what comes out. Blue side first ban from Team Bobbie Bones.
Lilia ban, that's been a consistent ban.
It has, yeah. That must be a Miss Viper pick for sure. Did show a lot on that Wukong. I don't want to see many jungle bans beyond this though. I think that her champ pool is pretty wide after the Lilia.
Velvet here again.
Coming back through. Yep. There have been a lot of Alawi bans too. I feel like one of these is going to slip. Either the Ari ban, the Alawi ban. One of these is going to end up slipping this time to make up for what's happened in the last couple games.
I agree. Oh, Nasus
and
ban.
There's the Nasus too, yep.
Mean Beans is able to play Mordekaiser pretty well, so I wonder if that might be kind of a prio pick from either side. Let's see, are we banning the Ari? That's been a consistent ban as well.
I'm expecting a Caitlyn ban here. Maybe third ban, but I am expecting that to come out here, as they are taking out 2 of Mr. Skeltel's champions, forcing him out of that Viego, or possibly just triple banning him out.
Yeah. He does play Poppy, but Mr. Skeltel's been banning Miss Viper's Poppy, so I wonder if
That's
we're
also true.
banning it or if we're gonna pick it.
Yeah, I think they might ban it. It's really strong in a Viego. To be able to CC him when he's trying to get in there and sneak right out with a reset is a lot. But
Oh!
there's the Malphite ban
The
after
Malphite
all.
ban. We said we were not scared, but looks like it's a little scary.
I would be scared. I would ban it.
Me too.
It's just don't want to have to deal with that one, but that does leave a lot open for both sides here that has been previously banned, like that Alawi, like that Mordekaiser, for Mean Beans in the top lane, and the Ahri still sticks through, so Caitlyn not banned. That's not real. That's not real.
I mean, if you do hear some dog barking in the background, I have our puppy here who's begging for dinner. Ooh, Soraka!
The Soraka, yeah, the Soraka's been banned every game, and then they trade for the Caitlyn there, so surprising to see that, but it would have been one way or the other. They had the choice there, and almost definitely these two champions are going to get picked. Let's see what they want to put alongside it. I'd like to see an engaged support to punish that Soraka.
I know Mega Toaster is a little bit more comfortable with Enchanter style, so I wouldn't be surprised if we go Karma. Okay.
All right, and the ebb and flow of the lane domination continues. We've got the Caitlyn again, which is 2-0 in the series, going back onto the red side for the Voidborn Vindicators. Let's see if they can pull this one out again with that priority on the dragon that has meant so much so far in the series.
Ooh, Ashe. Okay. Soraka,
Yeah, I think
Ashe.
that's
Okay, alright.
Yeah, it's not a very notable combo, but it is a comfort for 6-inch Diglett. I think after the Caitlyn, it's really Ezreal and Ashe for him. So, like to see him on comfort, a nice stable backline, and they are going to have some engage too. We're probably going to see a Viego here, I would guess, or we're going to get our jungle pool really, really trimmed down.
I call it. There it is.
Okay.
That's definitely for Robbie. Just trying to get it before they ban it, 'cause it's been banned every time. So I wonder how we'll respond to Queen Alice.
Yeah, but the jungle pool is going to be definitely pinched.
Galio. Okay.
And that's a wonderful counter pick. They looked like they were ready for that one. Queen Alice going to be on that Galio most likely, and that is a wonderful pick. You can just drop that Shroud of Defiance, I think it is, in the Shroud of Akali, and just taunt her, make her attack you, make her reveal herself, set up for your jungler just way too well. There's a Viego ban.
We'll see. Will the Poppy get banned? Even though we're not playing Viego, but Poppy's always just strong in general.
And I cannot imagine playing Akali into Galio Poppy. That sounds like a nightmare. I'd like to see that ban come through for sure, Ev.
Wukong ban. I wonder if we're gonna get Sej Galio, because that would be a lot of synergy mid jungle. Wonder if we're gonna ban it or if we're gonna keep it.
It would, but I think that Galio brings a lot of what Sedge already brings, and it might be too much of a good thing at that point. As the Briar ban has come out, which that really is his like very, he has S tier champions, Mr. Skeletal, and then he has B tier champions. I would say he's very proficient at the 3, and then that really is his 4th pick. So we'll see what he's gonna pull out here. I know he's got the Nunu. He could bring out the brand again, but the damage profile is not looking like it would lend itself to that.
And we're banning out that Mordekaiser so that Cube and Beans can't play it.
Yeah, I want to see the Poppy here. Definitely want to see the Poppy.
Yeah,
because
locking
the
in
amount
first.
of dashes that Robbie's gonna have, and it's gonna just really stifle this Akali.
There it is. Wonder how we're gonna respond here. Bobbie
Yeah,
Bone
I'm
team.
really curious. I know Mr. Skeletal has played a little bit of Nunu. He can play a little bit of a lot of bruisers. He's played some
Ooh,
Wukong, but
Alawi is on the table.
Alawi is on the table, and it's locked in right there. It's blind in the top lane, but pretty blindable champ.
I think we wanted to take that away from Meme Beans, but Meme Beans does have a good... Ooh, Trundle. Okay, that is a pick that Skeletal does play. I don't know.
It is a pick that he plays.
We have a lot
And
of
it's-
engage. I wonder if Meme Beans is going to bring out the Heimerdinger.
Could be. Could be.
Oh,
And the
where'd you
Gwen
get it?
coming through. The
Oh,
Gwen jungle, which actually is a takeaway kind of. I guess I already picked the Poppy, but that's also a big pick for the jungler on red side too. So a carry jungler for Mr. Skeletal is what we want to see though. I like the Trundle a lot,
wait, wait,
but
wait, wait. The Garen? Are we? Oh, Garen. Oh, wait. Is this Garen? Wait, no,
no,
oh, no,
they're
no.
just swapping around. Yeah, it's gonna be Garen top. It's gonna be Galio mid here. Very, very beefy team. We got 3 frontliners. We've got the Caitlyn in the back line, Karma to speed everybody up. I really like that team comp. And I think they have the advantage in team comp this side, the red side, this time
I think
around.
so too. They have lots of beefy engage again, which blue team or Bobby Bones teams struggle a little bit when there's too much engage and they just don't know who to target. Have to see what's going on, but Alawi can shred through anything in one, so I wonder if we'll get through that.
Yeah, I want to see top lane be an island this game for both teams. I think that's the best decision. I think Mr. Skeletal's got to try. Gwen's not super good early, but you know, maybe approaching 6 or at level 6 would be best. Try and punish that Caitlyn Karma lane, who's absolutely going to be pushing in, and see if you can shut them down. Get some gold onto this carry jungle and really set them ahead. Akali can also do the same down there, so expecting a lot of bot lane focus.
But yeah, we'll be waiting for the spectator delay, so we'll be right back in about 2 minutes. Yeah, and we'll see y'all when this game starts. Like we out to get into a little delay, but I
And Elofizz is a huge fan of that Flash Ghost, just chasing down the enemies. We do see the same for Ash here too, so some fast archers and gunners down here. Nice.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Go.
Thank you, production. Looks like a 5-point from both teams, although blue team is kind of grouped up here in the mid lane, but they are spotted out.
30 seconds until
Sam Hound
minions
Dynasty gonna check
spawn.
that one, get some money, but nothing gonna come of that. And the Birdio skin being rocked by Queen Alice. Love that one. Even
Great
doing the
dan-
chicken
Oh!
dance a little bit.
Disrespected
Probably
by Robbie
notoriously-
Jones. Not respecting the dance part.
Yeah, that's kind of BM, but Akali notoriously bad at level 1. So they do get the Raptor ward off of it. Queen Alice gonna have to recall here. It's gotta come out very soon, or she's gonna miss at least wave priority, if not a couple minions.
Robbie's waiting,
Oh.
ready. Ooh, in the back. Oh,
Yeah,
Garen
just
and-
pops the potion.
Garen did not ignite. I think we're just. Garen does. He's rushing Garen. Run them down. Game.
Yep, Robbie's facing super well in that early trade. I love seeing this mid lane matchup early on. But Galio definitely does have the edge. You know, it's tough for Akali to really get him 100 to 0 there. Can interrupt a lot of the dashes with the smash on the E. And set up so well for Poppy there.
Oh, sorry. Slight disadvantage. Nice damage.
It does get a bit of that regen with the Q there. Looks like Gwen's starting on top side on the blue, so definitely going for a safe full clear. Doesn't want to be contested on the scuttle at level 4. I think Gwen's clear has been nerfed a little bit since back when she was really prevalent, but she still is just, she has a ton of attack speed, she has great AoE abilities, so she's going to definitely be on par with the Poppy at least. Looks like a little bit ahead right now.
Queen Alice.
Oh, Robbie has the Shroud there, gets the extra energy for the Q. No Ignite, or that would have been kill pressure for sure. That HP loss in the beginning making a big difference.
We have Dark Harvest, Poppy, and Jungle.
Okay, Poppy coming from behind here.
Haunted.
Not stunned quite, but Flash used. Nobody Flash follows there, and looks like a potential big trade up here. And probably not going to be a kill, but does get the 25G from killing that Tentacle clone there. And Queen Alice is trying to push out this wave, but it's looking pretty dangerous. Can Robbie flash auto? The E lands! The E lands and the auto hits through the top. First blood for Robbie Jones. Even after getting ganked.
I'm not taking quite a bit of damage, but he's getting some himself.
Caught between.
Yeah, and they do have the jungler coming in here, but there is a ward there. They did spot out Gwen coming in.
Conviction.
And that early gank is not going to be super effective.
Got the recall stopped.
Not going to be too much of a big deal. Might miss a melee or two off of that one. Does have to teleport to get back there, but picks up the Dark Seal for Robbie Jones. I want to see him bide his time until level 6 and then visit this bot lane. I think that's the way to go. He's going to be able to stack that right up and, you know, turn his advantage, his small advantage, into a big one for his entire team.
Smackdown game. Thought he was gonna land. Silence him.
Yep, gonna be a lot of skill shot dodging from one side here too. So not so
Poppy's
much the
spotted
other one.
Top. Oh, that Poppy's in.
Yep, good river ward by Tube there. Make sure he can spot if Poppy's trying to come in, but it is a pushing wave for the Garen too. So both junglers around, it's probably not going to turn into too much there. No level 6s yet either for the top laners, as Miss Viper is just sitting on a ward there. Gwen coming up to contest. Scuttle's already gone. Nothing really to fight over, but it looks like Mr. Skeletal wants this fight. I like panning over to that. Let's keep an eye on that. Great W, does dodge the Galio damage, as Poppy does have flash still. Mr. Skeletal getting kind of low here, but I don't think Galio has the damage to finish it. They might just be able to DPS him. Here comes Garen. The Q misses onto Mr. Skeletal. Doesn't have Ghost up anymore. Looking pretty dangerous. No flash on Galio though. So it looks like everyone's going to get out with incredibly low health bars. And okay, E lands. Might be a kill for Robbie Jones. Unable to be saved there. So sad for red side. As Robbie Jones is really putting the game on his back right now.
At bot side, Diglett took quite a lot of health during that exchange. Samhan is here though. His most comforting pick, which is Soraka. Been banned entire time.
It
Ready
has.
to heal.
Right, he's so ready to heal. And since they got a first pick, you know, we want to see something that they prioritize in draft really come to fruition on the Rift as well. And it looks like it's doing a decent job right now. Karma Caitlyn's definitely a stronger 2v2 lane. And being up CS as Ashe is definitely nothing to scoff at. They've done a great job down there.
Ooh, we got early boots on Garen. Yeah, Team Beans is definitely going straight into the middle of that team. Terrorizing everyone.
Yep, agreed. And having those tier 2 boots just feels so good early on. Lets you dodge the tentacle smashes from the ones that are connected to the walls, from the regular Q. As the Shuriken's gonna miss there for Robbie, but he is just eager to fight, knowing that he can win now. He's got that alternator coming through. Taking some quick trades here. Not gonna have another Q there, not enough energy, but whittling away at this Galio, who is struggling to just live in this counter matchup, honestly, in favor of the Galio normally.
Oh! Gwen coming in, but they don't know that Garen's right there.
Yeah, Gwen's gonna be in trouble. No level 6 here. Does smite it, but doesn't get level 6. I don't know if he got the smite. Looking like he's going down here, as Means is gonna R and ignite and take that kill there. And that's gonna be a nice trade back as some loss of pressure for blue side.
But the Karma coming in, just really making sure that Mr. Skeletal gets put in his place. He knows he cannot just go in without being spotted.
I don't think Means wants this. I would like to see an R way earlier from Tube there. Has the whole wave in his favor. Knows that Garen R and Igniter down too, I would assume. And had the clone right in his face. That could have been nearly a kill. Means playing with fire here.
Oh, his Viper
And
coming in.
it's just a death. It's just a grasp auto with the Sheen there. Takes him down. Tube's gonna wait for the E here and then R, I think. And might be able to win this one. Coming closer to the tentacle there. Dodges the Q2 from the Poppy. No tentacle hit, but next W is going to be a kill here. Unless Poppy has W. Doesn't. And it's a 2v1 kill. Kind of going in one at a time there. Unfortunate to see for the Voidborn Vindicators.
Poppy, unfortunately, right into Gwen, so shooting stars. Better wish.
It was, as Robbie's using the R, waits out the taunt effectively, but might be taking too many turret shots here. It just gets out with the perfect execution, unscathed, but it's going to be a little bit more timid in the mid lane, as there's another all-in up here. Mean Beans, you're on the wrong side of the map. I don't know if you're going to be able to make it out of this. Does have flash up, but so does Tube.
Killing spree.
And doesn't even elect to burn it.
We do have a skeletal that's fifth, and it just fire.
Oh, nice. I didn't even see that one.
Venturing into that Poppy's top side.
Yeah, screw everything we said about going bot lane this game. Bot lane is the most casual lane down here. And they're just absolutely chilling. Looks like Karma did get a kill onto Soraka earlier on. We must have missed that one. But Samhan did go down. And both flashes were used about 3 minutes ago, so. Oh, Robbie. Flash still up for Queen Alice. I want to see Queen Alice use that ulti and, you know, bail out one of the teammates here and really make a difference in a side lane. They really need something. Means unperturbed in the top lane right now. Big shutdown on this Alawi. Mythic item completed, but still managing to push in that wave with the E and the Iron Spike whip. Just the wave clear is unmatched. But you got to be careful. You got to make sure you can make it out of these fights if you take it too deep. And does elect to do so. The phase rush is so strong for that. Hasn't been much dragon priority in this game. No one's really been going around that much. Staying away from the bot lane, staying away from the dragon. As Tube is coming under tower with this really fat wave. Garen does have a lot of tools to turn this one around, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a big health trade using the ulti from Malawi there. As it looks like they're ghosting onto Sam Han here. Does that flash up? It looks like just came up actually. Ashe is gonna elect to use it there on the Poppy E, well timed. Don't think it would have been a stun, but is very scary. And everyone gets out down there. Like to see Miss Viper making a visit, at the very least, as Rift Herald has dropped mid. And 3 plates acquired in that mid lane. This Akali is going to be such a threat. Luckily, they have a much beefier team this time around, so there's not, you know, 4 targets for the assassin this time. But Caitlyn and Karma are going to be very fearful. Mean Beans getting flanked by Gwen there too, and Tube just setting that one up. Knocking it down is Mr. Skeletal. Very happy to be picking up some money on this carry jungler. That's going to be a Asher's Tooth on recall for him, I do expect. As the Mantra Q doesn't hit there, and Samhan Dynasty is walking back into bot lane. Looks like the power is going to flow back towards blue side for the time being down there. So we got a lot of members down here, no junglers down here, but both mid laners kind of half roaming down in the bot lane there. Nothing gonna come of it though. Still no priority on the dragon as well. Is it gonna be a root? It's not. But Elophiz with no summoners is in quite a bit of danger when that Ashe Arrow comes back up very soon here. So I think I might have lost my co-caster here. Could be some cat on fire, dog pissing scenario. We'll find out soon.
Oh, there we go. Can you?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Taking a sip of my drink, Mike, and got to.
That's okay. Looks like red team is gathering up for this Drake. Finally putting priority on that. Looks like it's going to be a 4v4, and red team is way sooner to the play. Let's see if they can get an engage on the few members here. Robbie Jones going in quite soon, but does just mosey his way on out. No dash is used to get stopped by the Poppy. And that steadfast presence is going to be down for quite a while now.
Oh, Samhan goes down.
Oh. Goes down
Queen
with
Alice?
the ulti too.
Oh.
Queen Alice going in with the taunt. Mr. Skeletal getting low, but in that dodge zone, not going to take anything. Queen Alice using the magic damage shield. Does come through and lives! Somehow gets out of there. Ashe Arrow secures the kill onto Poppy there, and looks like Mega Toaster is going to get chased down as well. That move speed difference with the Ghost and the Frost Shot is just way too much. And it's going to be a dragon for blue side.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
And during this exchange, Alawi and Garen did go at it, but like nobody got out alive. Needs to get quite a bit.
Yep, and this Ashe is looking pretty strong now. Got a kill in that last fight. Got a bunch of plates down here already. And I think she's going to be on Infinity Edge on this next base. And that's going to be a big spike. That Ashe engage is going to mean a lot for this team that has absolutely none of it. It's really going to make or break these upcoming team fights. This looks like first tower is taken in the top lane by Alawi. Did see that one coming. Just with how dominant it's been up there.
Bobbie waiting on the sideline, just ready to come in.
It looks like they're going for Robbie Jones. He is taunted here. Can't dash right now in the steadfast presence.
Oh.
Waits it up. Gets the shuriken or the, I think that was R1 canceled. But this might just be a kill. Q and then R2. Flashes away from the Justice Punch. Excellently done by Robbie Jones. Still has R2, I think.
Bobbie was
no.
exhausted by Samhan.
Okay, I think that was a shuriken toss. Was interrupted by the Poppy stun there. I don't think Robbie had R at all. So I think he's got it up now, and he might be looking for the kill. Drops the emote to start it off. R's away. Very smart. Very smart. Is that enough to kill? It absolutely is, and that's one. Megatoasts are getting super low as well, but nothing going to come of it with all the energy gone. But really
Bobbie
well played
is
by Robbie
hovering.
Jones.
Ooh, I don't think they see the Gwen. The Gwen is right behind them.
Yeah, Gwen prioritizing the farm here is up 40 farm in this matchup, so that's going to mean a lot in these fights with Gwen. Which Skeletal has been involved a lot already on this. You know, he think about pick ban too. He got so many bans thrown towards him, and he's still showing a lot of proficiency on this champ.
I just noticed both junglers are using the Cafe Cutie skin.
Got it.
Well, I guess it's a battle of cuteness in the jungle here, and I think Gwen's coming out on top for the time being.
I would love to see them turn it around. Me struggling a little bit with this Alawi.
There's another scuffle up here, as it is a full AP Galio, but look at how tanky the Galio is there. That's a full Akali combo, and only takes him down to about 40%. That's why this pick's so strong into it. Samahan playing with fire here. Does have flash available. Tube doing the same thing, but I'm not going to say he's playing with fire because of who he is and what he has, gold-wise. His Ghost is popped by the Caitlyn. Looks like they're trying to all in here, but that's a two-man Alawi. Look at the healing coming through. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Is silenced, though. Does go down through the Soraka ulti, and Queen Alice does get executed down here in a 2v1 tower dive. Very well done by the mid-jungle of blue side. And R2's back in to kill that tower.
Team Beats did get quite a lot of gold, so I think it's definitely going to help.
That is going to help a lot, but they're bleeding on a lot of other aspects of the map right now. Elo Fizz is doing pretty well in the gold department. Does have that Storm Razor. We're already working on the second item. The big chunk of that gold already on the map with the BF sword. Bit of a scuffle here. Looks like Skeletal doesn't want anything. Doesn't have R. Doesn't know who's following up with the Caitlyn, and Karma was in tow, so that was a great spot. Because the banana isn't going to stop that recall quite. But that looks like it might be a tier 2 tower. It is. Are they in danger though? Ashe has so many summoners available, and there's no clear engage tool there, so she is just able to walk out. Does pop the ghost for extra security though. He's Gale Force Ashe this game too, which surprises me at least. I don't know. I haven't played as much lately, but it would surprise me to see that that's the main build. I just don't see that kind of play style for Ashe really, but it seems to be working out very well. She can dodge some incoming abilities if needed using that, but I think the gold advantage coming up on 9k right now. Robbie Jones getting kind of pincered here. Has no flash. Does Zanya's that, but does set himself up for a Poppy stun afterward possibly. No stun comes out, but Rock ulti gonna keep him alive. He might be able to weasel his way out of that one. And Tube teleports in to really change the tides of the fight here. Galio coming in to try to save Miss Viper. Not going to be able to do it. But here comes Garen. This might be a shutdown with the true damage onto Alawi. Doesn't use it. Saves the R. And this is a real scrappy fight. But Mr. Skeletal coming in with the Ghost and the R coming through. But big shutdown over to Garen. Mean Bean's getting tons of money. And Gwen saves so much for the end there. And Mr. Skeletal's going to clean this one. Blue Smite comes down to get the slow. I don't think they got the chase on him though. And it doesn't look like they do. It looks like a 2 for 4 in favor of blue side in the end. And possibly a T2 as well. Some of the jungle being taken. Gwen just going to go over and solo that objective. Going to be second dragon. And taking out 2 of the less good souls there as well. So the soul's going to be pretty important. Pretty strong this game. As long as it's not Chemtech, I think the other ones are much better. And it's Infernal, which is very, very strong.
Never falter.
Ev, I think you might have muted again, by the way.
Yep.
Yep.
Production is barking in.
Focus. As expected.
Okay, all in coming in from Robbie on the Elo Fizz, who's summonerless. Doesn't quite kill though. Does just flash for the kill there, but might trade his life for it. I'm not sure if that's going to be worth it. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to get out. It is the comes through. Flash root, and it might be enough. One auto attack. Megatoaster does secure it, but Reed's here to, and they're stacking up for it. The stun comes through. Not quite a kill on Megatoaster, but they might be able to chase that one down. This means is really trying to take this one, but I just don't think it's in the cards. The Ignite came through, but the healing is just too strong, and being 2 full items to 1.5 is really all it takes. Plus, there's got to be a level advantage up top as well. Queen Alice is going to be able to secure a consolation prize in the bottom lane, perhaps, but I think it's going to be a Baron over to blue side.
Yeah, this Alawi is just...
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I would have loved... Waits to just
Oh,
take
getting
it
pretty
for
low
a bit.
here.
Oh, okay.
And does go down. Takes a few too many tower shots there. Didn't expect to be that slow. And is going to go over a shutdown to Caitlyn. We really got to see this Caitlyn pop off in these fights, but it's just so hard for him to posture anywhere, even with that incredible range against the Sakali. And the Gwen secretly, quietly, with 1,000 gold shutdown as well. Seemed to be out of nowhere just off that last team fight, with a huge farm advantage too. Most farm in the game.
Be coming in, posturing fine, and ready with threading through the what both top laners bot side.
Yeah, I like that. Give Alawi a bit of a safer tower to get some more gold on that T2, and she's definitely able to push into it. No dragon yet, so that's not going to be contested over. We might have a bit of a lull here.
Ooh,
Looks like
smite
we are
down?
going to smite. Yeah, doesn't quite proc the Deadmans though, so Garen is able to just walk out of that one. I like taking priority over this blue side though. You know, any camps that Poppy thinks that she can have, she can't. As Mr. Skeletal just gonna blast cone in there. Quick exhaust out of the start. Wait for that to fade. Still has the R3 here. So much healing left. And just absolutely decimates the Poppy there.
Calibrating.
Going back in for this and gets the double with the Raka ulti. Good call out in comms there. And might be able to get 3. Not under tower quite yet. And here comes Robbie Jones to finish it off. We might be looking at a quadra kill for the Gwen. As it does look like it's gonna happen. No minions and lots of tower damage being taken here. Robbie Jones coming in here with the perfect execution, as that one was going to time out. And I think it's just going to be the one inhibitor taken for blue side. Unless Gwen healed so much on the camps there. Queen Alice with flash available, might have to use it here to get out. Tries to Justice Punch, but does go down to the counter snip. Garen no flash available, going to go down too. And there's a flash pull on the soul by Tube. Asserting dominance there. Robbie, don't take that.
Caitlyn.
Yeah, definitely positioning really well is Elo Fizz, but it's just not seeming like it's consistent enough. And the Gwen being able to go immune like that and just avoid all the Caitlyn damage is too much to handle. Do they have the wave clear? Looks like they're calling a reset here, trying to take it slow. They can get that third Drake in about 45 seconds. Baron doesn't look like it's coming up for a bit though, so they're gonna
Poppy just
be.
taking 3 damage. What are we doing?
Yeah, Ash can't follow that up any longer, luckily though. So yeah, it might be a quiet next 2 minutes or so as they take this Drake, they slowly push all the waves, and create that pincer maneuver on him in the base. What do you think? What do you think the Voidborn Vindicators can do to try and turn this one around? Should they look for a pick? Should they look for a team fight? Looks like they're looking for a pick.
Not so sure. Not sure who the best pick is. Because Malawi does shred, and
Look at this.
Right.
Look at this. Mimi's gonna go down, not killed with the Garanar, and gets him so low, and Robbie's just gonna knock him down. Silence on the Poppy are there. The E doesn't connect though. Good flash away from Miss Viper. But man, did Tube really put up a fight in that one. I think one more W and he might have been able to heal and live that.
Red team's turret has been
One just took
destroyed.
a quiet little dragon. Didn't even need them.
Yep,
Robbie Jones-
definitely.
Robbie Jones is on his comfort pick. Ollie. Ready, come in, out.
Yeah, he's been doing so well in this pick, and like I said in Champs Select too, Galio Poppy is just, that is nightmare fuel for an Akali player, and to be able to get that advantage early in such a bad matchup really does speak to how proficient he is at the champion. But we do see it getting harder for him now, with the Poppy and the Galio being able to survive one combo from the Akali and stifle any engage that she's trying to make on any other member. But here comes Gwen going in, but is silenced under tower, does get shut down right away there. There's the CC chain coming out, and it is not going to work out for him. Did have a stopwatch, but couldn't even use it there.
Samhan getting quite low. Caitlyn can't quite posture.
And they want this. Miss Viper wants this so bad, because they know that Gwen is their strongest member, and having her down, no TP to be able to come in and help is going to be big. But Poppy getting super low from that. And there's the Caitlyn damage coming out, though.
Tube is here. Tube has quite a lot of health. Ready to tank.
And this Ashe is so oppressive with the lethal tempo procced. Just turret moding. Just no one can get onto her here. They're going to need a flash taunt or a something. There goes the second Nexus tower. They're really grasping at straws here as there's a flash onto the Ashe, and the Garanar is going to shut her down. Robbie Jones is going to get that kill on the support in the backline. Tube just hitting the Nexus and the Soul at the same time. Garen is going to shut down, not shut down, but kill the Soraka. And Tube might go down here. I don't know if Galio has the damage, but the Winions are going to end the game, and that is going to be the series going over to Team Bobbie Bones. A well-fought one indeed. Both of those last two games were looking real exciting.
Absolutely. What a great tournament. Both played amazing. I think there's Vindicators just kind of got fanned out a little bit how to play them. Garen is a strong pick, but that week through it.
Yeah, it always happens where you do some research, you ban out something that seems like their best pick, you forget about it in the series by game 3 because you've been facing some strong stuff and you don't feel like you have an answer, and then you leave it open, and even sending so many people there isn't going to do it, especially against the Lowies. So definitely a standout performance from Tube and from Mr. Skeletal, Robbie Jones that game, and some solid bot lane play too.
Absolutely. I thought everybody played in kind of walk.
Do we want to get a post-game interview, perhaps? We did already interview 2 members of Team Bobbie Bones.
I just ended on I'm on.
Well, that's all right. We heard their thoughts already. I'm sure they're elated about the victory, about winning the skin shard, or the $5 RP. Congrats to both teams for putting out a great game. Lots of adaptations made throughout the series. Love to see that. Lots of pocket picks coming out too with them. I mean, the Malphite really does feel like the one standout in the whole series. Really changed the tides of the series and made it a contested one.
Absolutely. I love that Malphite. A bit of a panic pick. Right, and it scared the other team a bit. I think everybody today, I'm sure I just don't when. Yeah, thank you, everybody, players, and has a great Monday.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
See y'all later, everybody.
Adios.